Go live. Says you're live. All right, it says it's live. I don't understand. What'd you change?
I just re-put the RTMP again.
Oh my god.
Stream key. I don't.
He just actually re-put in the RTMP, guys. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's
3 times.
you know, I mean, just
Just another day in the life of the producer. Hit him with the wax.
I mean, really.
Really?
What can you do here? I don't even know where to go. Should we start the show? Or is this so our box, we have this little box. This little like Sling Studio box that it's like a hub, right?
Right.
Connects everything somehow. That shit, I looked over. Not only was our monitor turned off, that whole hub was just off. Everything was just dead. It's like we had a power surge in here, but the lights didn't go out. None of this other shit died. Wait, is that even possible? No, because look at the TV is plugged into that outlet there.
Mm-hmm.
This is plugged into a completely different source, huh?
Right.
I don't know what the hell's going on. Are we even live?
I don't know.
I'm not getting anything in the chat. Are we back?
I can't see it on here. Remember, you can only see it on that side with the RTMP.
I just asked in the chat, are we back?
Are we
I
back?
really don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh, turn to the main camera. Misha said playing footsie again. There's no chords we could have kicked out. That's the thing. It's just bullshit. The shit just doesn't work sometimes. Like for no reason. I thought it was my internet and restarted it and got back and saw you back on. I thought it was me, Juan Delgado. Well, I'm glad it took you the same amount of time as us to get our shit back up and going.
Yeah, no doubt. Misha says we're back.
Dog, it's some weeks it's the streaming software, which is just fucking up by itself. The internet's fine, everything else fine. Some weeks it's streaming software is great. It's the internet. The internet's just shitting the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Some weeks it's something else. Like it's never just a one thing.
Right.
Oh, the streaming key. Sometimes it's like, yeah, you can't put the key in, get it to link. I don't know, man. It's fucking bullshit. So I apologize, guys. Hopefully this shit stays live. I'm just thinking now, how the hell am I going to put this together? Like,
right.
What do I got to do? Like, I got to download the first part of the show and then download this show and then put them together and then re-upload it? Or are we just going to have two shows? Shit's a nightmare. The bane of our existence, the bane of this show, the complications of this show has been doing it live. Has been going live, I mean.
Right.
Right? Fuck.
I'd agree with that.
But at the same time, you know what? Maybe that's not fair because going live cuts out the editing aspect, which we did in the beginning, or JJ did.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but I guess you could record it live and not be live.
Right.
So that would eliminate the editing and eliminate but then that takes away the live element, takes away what we enjoy doing.
Yeah, then people can't chat, call in, or not call in, but chime in.
Oh, man. Fellas.
Misha says, I think someone up there wants to test you guys. Keep fighting.
Something.
I mean, jeez.
So, yeah, we'll wait for, we're going to wait, but hopefully everyone makes their way back into the chat, finds the channel. I'm going to, I just tweeted out the link. Sorry, stream went down. We're back live. Magana, is my man Joey Magana in the chat? He was at the World Series last night. Did you see that? He had tickets to the World Series.
Dude.
Yeah.
God, he was decked out from the top to the bottom. Good for him.
Sucks the Dodgers lost.
I know.
He goes to the World Series, bucket list moment, and then the Dodgers poop their pants. But, dude, I said that in the beginning. The Rays have some fireball pitchers, dude. They brought in a couple guys the other night before the Dodgers series, in the series before, and I was like, who the hell are these guys? And they're throwing 101.
Mm-hmm.
They got some heaters, dude. It's going to be a good series, I think.
I think so.
People are saying gentleman sweep. I don't think so.
No, sir.
Nah.
Nah.
I mean, we're prisoners of the moment, so they said that after game one where the Dodgers were just looking beastly. So I understand.
Unstoppable, yeah.
We get a little prisoners of the, we get a little prisoner of the moment syndrome, but yeah, I don't think it's going to go. I put out sweep on Twitter just to see what the consensus was, and most people said no. It was about 80%. They were like, nah. Right. A lot of people said 5-1.
How about the Dodgers signing Mookie Betts? Worth every penny?
Or 5 games, sorry. Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. I love the guy. Or I love the joy that guy plays with.
His energy.
Yeah, and you could tell he's real authentic. He's an authentic guy.
Yeah.
He comes off very authentic. I really enjoy watching him play. Yeah, Boston, what are you doing?
Yeah.
John King, gentleman sweep in all caps. You want to go 25 on that? I'm just playing, JK. I won't do that to you. But if you want to go 5, let me know.
I see what you're doing. You're just trying to get John King his money back. I think you're a good guy because of that.
John, I am. I'm just trying to help him get his bread back.
Get his stacks back.
That's funny. What's Morton going to go off today?
Morton. Is that tonight for Thursday Night Football? I'm unfamiliar.
Morton Anderson, the former kicker that used to rock one bar across his face mask? Or is that Morton? Morton Steakhouse? I'm trying to think of every Morton I know. I don't understand what that is in reference to neighborhood.
I was thinking Morton Salt. I've had Morton Salt brand.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Put it on the board. You want 5 or 25, John King, on the board? Gentleman sweep for the Dodgers. You take gentleman sweep, I take no. Gentleman sweep.
Morton Salt. Yeah, John King.
He said Morton Salt, but his neighborhood reform number, it's hard to chat sometimes. Mm-hmm. It's hard. Anyways, all right. Looks like people will make their way back in when they do. Tomorrow, he said. Morton must be okay. There you go. Now we're on the same page. Now we're in there. Now I don't even know who the fuck Morton is still, but now I can be like, okay, it must be a pitcher. Must be somebody, you know what I mean? It must be. Now I can put the pieces together. You're like when I was young, I'd get all the pieces to the puzzle together and I'd be just trying to put pieces together that didn't go, and then I'd have problems later on in the puzzle. That's what was happening there. You were giving me all the pieces. They didn't go together. The ones you gave me just didn't fit. I didn't have the correct pieces, neighborhood. Now we got all the pieces. We got the game on Friday. We got it all together now. John King, 5. Just bought 2 iPhone 12s. All right, John, we're going 5 on that. Gentleman sweep for the Dodgers. I have the Rays winning at least another game. Let's see where it goes. Sounds fun. UFC 254 preview. My man Ed will be joining us from the Sports Plus Life podcast later on in the show to talk a little bit of UFC there. Big card. Actually, not a huge card, I'd say. It's more of a huge main event. Co-main event's good. I would say the whole card is crazy. I would say we've seen better cards this year. Few better cards.
I think just watching Khabib. I think the hype around Khabib.
Right. It's the main
getting
event.
back out there, the passing of his father, main event, Abu Dhabi, different time zone, which sucks for us. Do you see the co-main is the preliminary starts at 10 our time?
Yes, 10 a.m.
Mountain time?
10 a.m.
What the hell?
I want to talk to Ed about that.
Yeah.
I think I got some understanding on Twitter. I think it was Dana White tried to put fans in the stands.
Oh, did he?
There. He wanted fans for this main event in Abu Dhabi, and I guess they pulled the plug on it last minute. So because he wanted fans there, it would have been nighttime, prime time there. Keith Crum said that's prime time in Russia, which may be along the same lines.
Gotcha.
But that was the fans in attendance makes more sense to me. Mm-hmm. Dana White pushing for that. Dana White's been pushing on everything since COVID started, so it makes sense. I could see him doing that. Yeah. He really wanted fans in attendance for this fight. For whatever reason, got pulled last minute. I guess it's too hard to change the fight time. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe from a TV and logistics standpoint, that way it's not too hard. But maybe it's too hard because of the training already. These guys are already training to fight at that time. Gotcha. Their body clocks.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because it's been Fight Island since Fight Island started, since COVID started and they started Fight Island. I think all these, I'm pretty positive, we can check with Ed, but I think all these main events have been nighttime cards, even if they're in Abu Dhabi, which means these guys are fighting at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. Now they're going to be fighting at normal local nighttime over there, and we're getting punished on the back end. We're getting prelims at 10 a.m., main card at noon.
Finally giving the fighters some...
Jeez, good thing the Red River Showdown ain't this weekend, huh?
Oh, jeez.
Good thing there ain't. Is there? I haven't even looked at the college football slate a ton.
Haven't even checked it
Other
out.
than the, obviously, I think Ohio State is just going to beast. Obviously, Michigan's playing this weekend, opening up against Minnesota. I'm excited to see that.
Don't you have, is it Bama and Georgia? Or was that last week?
That was last weekend. Nick Saban, the whole controversy.
Yeah, number 2, number 3.
Not being able to coach. Yeah. And of course, he found a way to coach.
But then he could coach.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was
He has COVID, weekend. And COVID's gone in 3 days.
COVID.
Let's go.
COVID. But, yes, it's going to be interesting. So, if you're a big college football fan, and you're a big UFC fan, which I know my man Ed is, I'm curious to get his thoughts on that. Because you got some dilemmas. You got to have to do some multiple screens going on. So we'll have him on in a little bit. Some NFL headlines. Go over that. Heaters. Talked about that a little earlier on. I don't know if you were on the first stream. If you weren't on the first stream, go check out the Heaters recap on my Instagram. I went 3-2. Dow went 2-3. Both still crushing on the season.
Oh, yeah.
But we're going to try to bounce back and get a little hotter going into week 7. Got some underrated news for you guys as well. Sneakers. Mad sneaker stuff today. Tons of sneaker stuff on the show. We'll go over the Supreme drop this morning. And then we got the Off-White Rubber Dunks in studio today. The New Balance Bodega Better Days collab in studio today. What else we got?
We got a little surprise. We got a little shoe case that I'm gonna showcase on the show today.
What does that mean? Shoe case?
It's a little shoe carrier, like one pair.
Oh, literally a shoe case.
Yeah, it's like the same thing you'd use for like your hygiene materials, like when you go to Vegas.
Like a toiletry bag or something.
Dog. It's a shoe bag.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Definitely not sponsored.
Nice. UFC's normally on at lunchtime for me. Finally, a night fight. Fail Beast. There you go. Look at Fail Beast.
He's pumped.
My aunt. Geez, I just got home and sad I missed the beginning. Have to go back and listen. So happy to have the cast back. 3 fire emojis. Thank you, everybody. Good news is you didn't miss much. I don't even know how you're going to go back to watch the beginning because this stream shows we've only been on 11 minutes. The whole show got messed up. The whole thing, the stream it was a bunch of nonsense. I think the first stream was like 23 minutes long or 25 minutes long.
Something like that.
Yeah, if you want to go back and check it out, that's what happened with the first stream. If you're just joining us now, if you just got a chance to slide in through the live, if you just found the new link on Twitter, if you just got reconnected, if you just got reacquainted with the show, we're still here. We're back. Rock Cup back. Actually, it's not a rock cup. It's a Stone Cold Rock Cup. Actually, it's not a Stone Cold Rock Cup. It's a Stone Cold Trish Stratus Rock Cup.
Woo-hoo.
Look at that, bro.
I was gonna guess Sable.
You thought that was Sable?
I don't. Hey,
You didn't. You must not have had the Sable Playboy when you were a young guy.
that's true.
My dad got that Sable Playboy. I was fucking sneaking out looking at the thing all the time.
Oh man,
Sable was the baddest, huh?
mm-hmm.
Oh, she was the baddest.
She was tight. Isn't she married to Brock?
Yeah, Brock Lesnar, dude.
Brock Lesnar.
Remember when she came out for the bikini contest and she
Yeah.
had the hands just painted on her tits?
Yeah, that's tight.
Big old fake tits back in the day.
Oh man,
Sable. Goodness.
the good old days.
Boyhood dream. The 90s wrestling. That was nuts. I don't even know how I was allowed to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
I go back and look at some of that Attitude Era stuff. I'm like, oh my God. From the sex to the violence to just the all around insane double birds and MF and everybody.
Degeneration X, dude, with
the
the
storylines. Yeah, dude. Like Vince
Yeah.
McMahon, the boss, the CEO, is found in the locker room with Trish Stratus. And as she was coming out of the shower with their towel off and Val Venus came around. Hello, ladies. Just like nuts. Like what in the hell? Chair shots to the fucking head. People being slammed on tacks. FUs.
Stone Cold beating Vince McMahon with a bedpan.
Yeah. Like busting in the hospital. Brian Pillman's segment where it actually was a gun on TV. He went in there and
I do
thought
remember
Stone
that,
Cold got
actually.
shot. Like, dude, it was so insane. Like, they were jumping off the edge trying to keep up with WCW because they were so hot with the NWO.
I'm sweaty over here.
It
Just
got
listening
nuts.
to all that.
It
I'm
got
sweaty.
nuts. Are you?
Yeah. And Misha says, by the way, didn't Dal give you a shoe bag? That was Jalal. Remember Jalal gave you the shoe bag as a gift, the orange.
Oh yeah, the little Nike joint. Yeah, that's right.
Not good.
Oh, whoops. No, I meant to hit the shots. That was a good one. I like that. That was tight. Yeah, that little Nike bag. That shit was really, really sick. That's right. Where should we start, Dal?
You tell me,
Well,
man.
we were getting in. I don't even remember where we were when we cut off the last show.
Oh, we were talking about Uber, and my Uber driver was fucking just
doing the
jamming out to some
AC, doing the drums, all
AC, and I was
Yeah.
So yeah, with life stuff, man. I guess let's just start it off right there. So we heard about your life stuff in the previous segment. If you guys unfortunately didn't hear that, well, you missed out. Franchise had some COVID scares. That's it. Everything's negative. We're good to go. We moved on.
Negatory.
Dallas, on the other hand, let's talk about Dallas's issues here. So, so I went and saw the urologist, right, one time, and I told everybody in the cast, went and saw the urologist. Said, hey, clean bill of health, do this, get off the caffeine, get off the Red Bulls, get off the soda pops, drink more water, you'll be fine. Here's an appointment 3 months later. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, fine. So I took that. A week and a half, 2 weeks later, after that, I was still having some of those same symptoms, and bladder issue, kidney issues, like. No pun intended, but a different type of stream that I'm used to, right? A pee stream. And I was like, man, dude, this just isn't right, dude. Like, I got to get this fixed. Like, I'm a young guy. This doesn't make a lot of sense, man. I just want to make sure to nip it in the bud and make sure it's not something serious, cancer or whatever it is. And again, that's not me hypochondriacting or overreacting. It's just me being concerned and just wanting to get things fixed. If there's a resolution, I'd like to find that as soon as possible. That's all it is.
Of course.
That being said, went to the urologist again, dog. And the same thing. He played with my twig and gigs, and said, looked like everything's good to me. We didn't do any ultrasounds. We didn't do anything vastly intensely, I guess, where we're scoping or doing ultrasounds on the twig and gigs. I was hoping for that, just so we could eliminate some things.
That'll cause the streaming issues. John King.
That is true. That is true. Me and my weak stream.
On point, John King. That was a good one.
We got a weak stream here. I got a weak stream. We're all just weak here. But
that was a good one.
So long story short, man, he did give me some medication. And what we believe it to be is I've got an enlarged prostate. And they call it prostatitis, which is just an enlarged prostate. How did it get that way? He doesn't know. Is it genetics? Not necessarily.
What?
Could a better diet help with that stuff? Possibly. So, it could be genetic, could be a little bit of diet, could be a little bit of both, but he doesn't know how this happened. So he did get me on a medication called Bactrim. And that is basically to go in there and try to take any of the swelling down, inflammation down is really what that's for. Bactrim is used to treat a lot of different things. That being said, I've been on it now since Thursday of last week. So this week marks a week where I've been on that medication. And it's been up and down. I've got a lot of side effects from the Bactrim. Dude, I've had a little bit of coughing, a little bit of wheeziness. So I thought I've had COVID 7 times.
Oh, shit.
So, getting your tests to let me know what's going on was super imperative because I'm thinking all these other things. But, I've had a fever with this medication for a day or so. The stream hasn't really improved. Like, what it really feels like, dude, just so everybody knows out there, I'm not scared to talk about it. What it really feels like is every time I take a leak, I feel like I immediately have to take another leak. And it's not because I didn't get anything out or the stream was that weak. It just feels like my bladder's not fully emptying. And like I have a sensation on the tip of my dick that feels like I need to piss again.
That sucks.
It's really strange, dude. And I am pissing a lot. Like, there is that too. And then, of course, the doctor, dude, I have eliminated everything. I haven't had a soda drink in a week. I haven't had a Red Bull. I haven't had energy drink.
A whole week?
I haven't had a fucking juice.
In a week?
I haven't had a juice in a week.
Whoa.
I have had nothing but water. And I have been averaging 5 to 6 to 7, 8 even waters a day. Dude, that's
8 glasses is the average you're supposed to have.
That's 8 times more than what I usually do.
Well, see, now you're getting, maybe a lack of water before.
It could be.
You never drink water, huh?
All these years.
My guy Mario's like that. Mario Lombardi's like that. He never. We'll be out playing flag football. This guy get a Mountain Dew or something. I'm like, what are you doing?
That was me.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm not doing it anymore, I'll tell you that.
Dude, what are you guys doing? No water?
I just can't do it. So I think, a lot of my bad habits have got us up to this point, but I don't think drinking this amount of this stuff or that stuff has really enlarged my prostate. I think that was just something that was going to happen, but there was things that I did that probably didn't help. You did?
Right. So,
I don't know, man. I don't have a lot of answers right now. I am going through some pain. I am going through some misery, I would say, more than pain. But, this medication, sometimes it's prescribed for like 3 or 4 days, is all the medication is. And in cases that are a little bit more intense, I guess, like mine, I have to take this medication for 3 fucking weeks.
Whoa.
So this is the first week. Then I have a whole nother week and the whole one to follow that. So, I've got to be diligent in giving this medication its time, I guess. But, after a week and medication's still not quite helping, I'm like, oh my God, like, how do I not think it's something more serious? How do I not think, and when you go into a doctor at 37, they're, anytime you're under 40 with these type of medical issues, they just want to kind of push you off a little bit. They're like, oh, you don't have to worry about it. And instead of going to a doctor, I went to a urologist, somebody who specializes in this.
Yeah, serious.
And even being under 40, they're like, you know what? Let's just slow play this. Don't stress out. Don't worry. Even though the tip of your dick feels like you have to piss all the time, it feels cold, it feels weird, whatever, like these weak streams, all these different things that happen and then go away. I'm like, dude, I haven't dealt with this for 37 fucking years. Like, we should probably fix this.
Right.
But there's no fix. There's no resolution. it's time. And here we are. So I'm pretty frustrated, dog.
Damn, it sounds like it. It sounded like you were this morning when you came in a little bit frustrated, but I mean, if it's something that, is he telling you this is something that you can reverse or what?
Not necessarily. It's something that can come back. It's something that is benign, that can just go away, that can just happen, but it can come back for whatever reason.
How long has the piss shit been going on? Like you've been having to feel like you got to pee all the time.
Yeah, that's it's been about 2.5 weeks.
That sounds pretty annoying.
It's very bad.
That sounds.
Because then guess what? Now I'm actually drinking fluids and staying more hydrated than my body has ever been. So I'm pissing a lot more because of that as well. So there's like this double-edged sword that is just uncomfortable all the time. I don't know how I'm going to make it past this cast. Especially how we had to start and stop and start. I don't know what's going on.
You're going to have to pee your pants.
I mean, I don't know.
Hey, guy, they've had enough stops. Trust me. I can hold it down for a couple of minutes. We'll be okay, guy.
I have to get that bedpan that Steve took over Vince McMahon's head. Let's get that bedpan over here.
Dirty DJ. Dow, clean up that diet, bro. Too young to be on meds.
Yeah.
Juan Delgado. Dow, mad respect for joining the water gang. My aunt, get in a second opinion, Dow.
Yeah.
John King, get a second or see another specialist, man. It's your dick. It's important.
I've been talking to Robin about that because obviously Robin and I mean, not to get too personal, but obviously our sex life has took a huge blow with this. I mean, because I'm not trying, like, what if I'm not okay? I'm not going to give her anything, but like, I haven't been wanting to have sex, man, with this issue, you know? And go figure, like, what if some performance stuff came up as well? Oh, dude, that would just be a dagger in my heart. I already feel like shit. My dick already feels like shit. Mentally, I feel like shit. When a guy's wiener is not doing well, that's amazing how intense it is on your headspace. Dude, as a male. It's wild.
Dick question or any of that shit, like dick stress is the worst.
Oh, it's bad.
Like any ST, you go get STD testing, you'll get any of that shit. It's always just the worst. Stress because you're thinking the worst. You're thinking the worst. You're thinking the worst. And then it's like, well, how, you're thinking about how life was before. Right. And you're like, oh no, how am I going to go forward? How am I going to go forward with, if I have this, if I'm dealing with this? But you will, regardless of what happens, you will. Mm-hmm. You are going to go forward. You are going to move on. You're going to figure out how to navigate life in a different capacity, in a different way.
As Con Lee says, with a diaper.
Sorry, I'm trying to set this call up real quick. So these chats.
The chats are good, yeah. Conley says, $4.99, diaper for Dow.
Conley, thank you, bro. Super chat. Shoot it, Dow.
I'm going to get on that pamper action.
Shoot it. No, yeah, I was just going to say, dude, that's the worst. The dick stresses are the worst stresses. Medical stress in general, actually. Just medical stress. Damn it, Dow.
Too hard.
Take that L on the way out.
John King, $5. Number 1, family. Number 2, my dick. Number 3, shoes. Thank you for the super chat, John King.
Oh, man.
Wow, how did I mess that up? I almost repeated the second one twice, and there's only 3 options. Jesus. Thank you for the 5. Let's see what we got here. All right. Clipped on that. Oh, bro, I thought that felt like...
That looked nice.
Dog.
Not good.
Wasn't good. I thought that felt like a hero right there. Felt like a hero.
Souls on My Feet says, get kidneys checked ASAP. That's scary. That's scary.
You still you under health insurance and all that shit?
Yeah.
Everything's cool
there?
there?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's good. At least you're not going to have any issues with that shit. Joey, do you... let me see. I was trying to have... Magana call in. Did you watch the World Series last night? I know we kind of talked a little bit about it, but were you locked in?
Yeah, I'm actually locked in, watching it pretty well. Again, it's baseball. I'm not a huge fan. A lot of these names I'm unfamiliar with, but some of them, obviously I am. Was introduced to a great pitching staff with Snell. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And of course, until Taylor came up to bat, he was doing really well. But, I'm learning. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I thought...
Because these are 2 teams I don't fuck with.
Well, plus, like, the big difference, if you watch any regular season baseball at all, if you're, watch regular season baseball and then you go to watch the playoffs, completely different game. Like they're two totally different sports. The way the energy, even with not a ton of fans and even them being in the bubble, the energy of a postseason game, or now obviously the World Series game, so much more juice, dude. So much more. I don't know. It's just hard to explain. Like, it feels like everything is just more hyped. In between each pitch, the tensions are heightened, especially as you get into the later innings, and then you hear the crack of the bat, dude, the ball, the way it comes off the bat, you know immediately with no fans, oh shit, that thing's gone. It's just I don't know. I feel like it's exciting. It is. I'm excited. I've been excited for the postseason, and as I've watched it, you completely notice the difference between the regular season baseball and postseason baseball. But if you're not a baseball person, I said all that to say I would encourage you to check out the World Series or baseball. You might enjoy it because it's a different atmosphere. It's a different game. It's not like you're watching a regular series throughout the season. So, what?
There's Joey's number if you need it.
Oh, I just told him to call me.
Gotcha. He just said he'll IG me.
Joey, why are you IGing Dallas? I'm DMing you literally on Instagram, Joey. Joey. Oh, my God. All right. Let me see. This is his number?
Yep.
All right, I'm calling him up. You can talk if you want.
Gotcha.
Or not. You don't have to talk.
Sorry.
We do a talk show.
I was just paying attention to see what you're doing here. So, yeah, check it out, man. So, yeah, I guess to put a button on that, with the health stuff, man, I guess for me, a second opinion is probably the best thing that I'll do. I was talking to Robin about that, and she's like, babe, whatever you think. She's been super supportive about it. And bless her heart, dude. She's got all kinds of shit going on with her stuff as well.
Yo, what up, bro?
What up?
Can you hear me good?
Yeah. I was DMing you on Twitter. I was like,
oh, Twitter.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I'm Twitter. Like it's old, guy. Like Twitter. What do you? Oh, shit, Twitter for like it's AOL Instant Messenger.
That was yesterday's news, fool.
What's up, guys?
What up, bro?
What up,
I just wanted to have you on the show today. You went to the World Series last night. That's pretty rare, especially in the bubble. Do you live in LA?
I live in LA. I had the opportunity to go out, meet a customer out here in Dallas.
Wow.
Go to the game. So it was all comp from my company, paid for airflight.
Wow.
So
And it was comped?
It was a last minute thing. I got a text the day before saying, find a flight. If you can find a flight and get out here, they got a ticket for you. So I jumped at it, and I was on the plane the next morning. It was a trip.
Wow.
That's
if you're just
dope.
joining the show, this is our longtime homie, Joey Magana, joining the show. He's a longtime supporter of the cast, been following since the beginning, been supporting the channel since back in the day. He went to the World Series last night. Big-time Dodger fan. He went to the World Series free, apparently. Unbelievable. What were your how was the protocols? Like, what was there anything? Obviously, you had to sit.
Standard protocol. It was pretty lax. I was pretty shocked when we got there. I mean, obviously you have to have your face mask on, but once you sat down, like most people took their masks off or chin strapped it, and they would come by every like few minutes. The usher would come down just to make sure you had it on. But I mean, if you were drinking or eating, they weren't saying much. Texas is pretty lax, so at the gate I was even shocked at the gate. I mean, just checking your personal belongings, it was pretty much minimal. But
What about
overall?
What about with the seating? When you were sitting down, did you have a ticket for the exact seat that you went to?
Yeah. So the seating was obviously season ticket holders, I guess, got preference, which is what we had. Originally, their seats were like right behind home plate. For COVID, like they spread them out, so it was just at random. So we were in that second tier, first base side, great seats. But what they did was it was every other row, and then 4 seats per row, and they were like zigzagged, and then the other seats were zip tied off, so you couldn't sit in them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It was pretty weird, but I mean, I've been to World Series, Dodger Stadium. I mean, crazy atmosphere, 55,000 fans. There was only, I think, 12,000 people there, something like that. Seemed like there were more, a ton of Dodger fans, but I mean, if you're a baseball purist, the game was awesome to watch it like that. But obviously the atmosphere was a little different. The crowd was not as loud. I feel like the players feed off that too. Like that energy isn't there at like a normal playoff, a World Series game. But to watch the baseball game, if you're a baseball purist, is awesome. It was an awesome experience. You could even hear like the outfielders and the infielders yelling, instruction to each other or talking. You could almost hear it.
You could hear on TV when Mookie Betts went sliding into second base at one point, and the second baseman, the ball hit Mookie. Mookie, you could hear him on TV. Ask the guy, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Catch the ball," and the guy was like, "I was trying to catch it," and you could hear them kind of go back and forth.
It just kind of
on
laughed
TV.
it out.
That part is the trip. So, like I said, if you're a baseball fan, I mean, it's a way different experience to watch. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
but,
dude.
I mean, as far as like the energy level inside the stadium, I honestly would have preferred watching it at home, to be honest.
Yeah,
I mean, just
because you're just sitting there and it's kind of just dull, right?
Yeah,
it's like you're in a warehouse.
Dull moments, and I almost wanted to go on my phone and watch the telecast, at least to listen to it on my AirPods.
Interesting. Oh yeah, because you don't have the announcers either, so you're in like a dull, energy-less
Since it's the Rangers stadium, it's almost like a neutral ground. There's no real home field advantage. Obviously, there was a lot of Dodger fans, but I mean, just the energy from the announcer and everything, it's not the same. Like as your home announcer pumping up the team, they kind of have like clips like from Dodger Stadium, like that they would play in that stadium playing, but it's still it's not the same. Not the same energy.
Right. And to that point, I was talking about this yesterday with my homie. It seems like they're letting stuff. Like some of those unwritten baseball rules as far as like the bat flipping and some of the watching the home runs and admiring and all that shit, stuff that would normally get you in trouble. It feels like here in the playoffs, in the bubble, that stuff they're letting go, and it's because it's adding juice to the teams. That's what these guys are getting the juice off of. And so no one's taking it as personal as they normally do. Does it feel like that to you?
Yeah, for sure. I felt that exact same way. Like, I feel like they're letting certain things go. Even like if you look at the last series with the Braves, like Acuna, they were letting him like jump in front of the bullpen. They would normally never let that happen. They would make him check him and get back in the dugout. But I mean, he was running up and down. Same thing with Tatis in the previous series before that. So I mean, that part of it's kind of cool. I hope that kind of sticks around, though. I mean, I think baseball needs that kind of energy that the NBA has, or the NFL even has. With touchdown celebrations and jumping in the stands and stuff like that. I think baseball
for sure.
needs that type of energy.
Well, we talked about that maybe like a month ago on the show, where these unwritten rules of baseball, where it was the whole issue, whether it's the throwing at the guys or all these, you're up too many runs, don't hit a grand slam, don't swing away at a 3-0 pitch, all that shit, Tatis Jr. getting in trouble or whatever. It's just like,
living in the past, man. They're constantly looking in their rear view, and forward thinking could be a big nice thing, man, for baseball.
I think that MLB kind of still caters to their older fan base. They need to get with the times if they want the younger fan base to join on board, because as this older fan base stops tuning in, they need somebody to replace those fans. So they need to think of new ways to get more interaction.
Right.
For sure. Well, to wrap it up, man, obviously you're a Dodger fan. You're going to choose the Dodgers to win the World Series. How many games do you think they take to get it done? I have a bet with John King on a gentleman's sweep. What do you think?
Next game's going to be rough. Next game's Morton. So we threw the bullpen game in there kind of early. Morton will pitch tomorrow and against Buehler. That should be a really good matchup. I give a slight edge to the Rays tomorrow, but I still think we'll take it in 6 or 7. I think we still have a deep lineup, a lot deeper than them. The bullpen is probably on their side, but our power hitting and our hitting, I mean, 1 through 9 is it's like murderer's row.
Yeah.
So I don't think they can keep up with our hitting, especially once we've seen their pitchers once or twice. I think it's gonna be a lot different the next time they see Morton. I mean, Snell. I mean,
6 or 7 games.
6 or 7.
No 5 though.
No 5. No. This team's too good for 5.
No gentleman's sweep. All right, good. That means my $5 I just bet earlier in the show with John King is safe. All right, dude. Hey, I appreciate you calling in, man. Thanks for chopping it up with us, letting us talk to you, man.
Thanks, Joey.
All right, man. I appreciate you guys.
All right, bro. Take it easy. Dope. Thanks for letting us use your phone, Dal.
Yeah, no problem, man.
The homie Joey Magana, longtime listener of the cast, man. He had the opportunity to go to the World Series. I did not know he went for free. Oh, my Lord. Went for free. Got to meet a client. I was going to ask him what he did and all this shit and get real deep, but I didn't want to expose everything. Make him expose his whole shit. Even though I was going to call him, I kind of did that shit on a whim. I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? If Joey's listening to the show today, I'm gonna see if we can have him on.
Yeah.
So that was good. I really I enjoyed that. I was curious about how they did it with the COVID stuff, what the energy was like. I can now that he said it, I can completely imagine that would be kind of. Would you pay World Series ticket prices to go to a World Series right now? It just doesn't, like he said, it sounds, you're just sitting there in a dull stadium. There's 12,000 people in a place that seats 55 or 60. And then you got no announcers.
Mm-hmm.
You have no play-by-play. You have no
hype.
So not only are you in a bubbled arena where they're not playing all the Dodgers, he says they had some of the home stuff, but it wasn't like normal.
Like clips and stuff that they would punch out?
Yeah. It wasn't.
I don't know, that intimacy, though, of being able to actually hear players talk and some of these interactions and some of these curse words, obviously, when somebody, flies out or whatever. That intimacy, though, does sound interesting because that's something that we've never experienced.
Right.
So there is that kind of give and take. But for me, wanting to be hyped, and not being the biggest baseball fan, like I'd want some energy. You know what I mean? I'd want something that tells me I'm in the fucking World Series. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you, dude. Announcers can make or break a broadcast. And for you, that's why you won't go to the bars with me on UFC fights.
Exactly.
You'd rather be at home hearing these commentators react and what they're saying, and then obviously, telling, oh, man, that move, he should have done this move, and, man, when he did that cradle, blah, blah, blah. That is a big part of it.
Yep.
And that's a big miss.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to get Ed on the phone, go over some UFC. This is a big time card. We've been waiting on this card for a hot minute, waiting on this fight. What up, Ed?
Yo, what up?
What's going down, bro?
Oh, same old, just quarantine life.
My man, at Mr. AKA CO on Twitter, on Instagram, at Sports Plus Life Podcast. My man Ed's kind enough to join us for a few minutes, talk a little UFC, talk a little bit of the main card. What do you think, first, Ed, what do you think of the overall card? Are you that interested? Me looking up and down the card as a casual UFC fan, maybe just a little over casual. I found it, it's just okay to me. Where are you at?
Yeah, I mean, there's a beauty about MMA. You can look at the card and not see a whole lot of quote unquote stars. But the thing about MMA, it could end at any time. It could be as exciting as any other fight.
Right, all of a sudden, Joaquin Buckley's doing a spin back kick off someone's face.
Exactly. And It's really funny that you bring that up. I was looking at that fight, and I was distracted. I was playing Call of Duty, but I had it fight up. I look up, and I saw Joaquin Buckley getting announced, and they had his odds right next to him. He was an underdog, and I didn't even see who he was fighting.
Did you remember him the fight against Kevin Holland?
No.
You
didn't?
I
remember sitting there watching it. There's no way this guy's going to lose. This guy is built like... what's his name? The guy who Jaw White. You guys know what I'm talking about?
No, but
Guy White, I think his name is.
What's his name?
Michael Jai White. He's a black mixed martial artist. Does a lot of movies. He was in the what is it called? The Dark Knight.
Okay.
He was on the bosses in that one of those mob bosses. The black guy.
Horrible bosses.
Yeah, one
with
of those.
Paul Rudd. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Anyways, I mean. I just knew. Your intuition. You just look at a guy and you're like...
Dude, I said he looked like Mike Tyson. I said he looked like a fire hydrant. Just a small, puffed up dude with muscles coming out of everywhere and a power puncher. And he looked like that the first time he came out and fought Kevin Holland, and he hit him with a couple shots early, and Holland kind of was like, oh, okay, and then started trying to get real tough with him and hand slap him and slap his ears, and then Kevin Holland ended up knocking him out. But it was because this guy was swinging for the fences. I thought in this fight he was going to do the same thing, come out swinging for the fences, and he ends up beating him with a kick. The craziest kick I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly. And that's why you always want to watch any card.
Makes
I tell
sense.
all my listeners, anyone that will listen, you got to watch every single card, every single fight, because you never know who you're going to see or who's going to become a star on that card that you're going to wish you were there from the beginning.
Is that what you're telling your listeners while you're playing Call of Duty, not watching the fights, Ed?
Oh, I'm watching the fights.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I'm playing Call of Duty, and I just looked up and see this massive man, and I stopped playing.
I just put the controller down. Oh,
no, seriously, I just stopped playing, and I was like, this guy's gonna win. And I look up, and sure enough, he throws a ninja kick and knocks him out, and becomes an overnight star.
How do you feel about the start time, Ed?
I like it. I dig it. Because someone like me, I have 3 different screens.
Sell me on it, Ed.
Any time. I have 3 different screens at all times. I definitely have it on at 10 o'clock in the morning. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning for those Asian fights. So, I mean, you know me, I'm an early guy. I'll wake up for soccer. I'll wake up for anything. But I will, I'm okay with it. I don't mind it at all.
Why should we be okay with it? Sell us on it here, Big Ed.
Saturday?
Yeah. Oh, I've got to work, so I'll be at the Murphy Creek Pro Shop in the morning, assisting all the guests and checking them in, wasting my life, unfortunately, not watching any UFC, so I'll probably have to watch it on replay, unfortunately.
That sucks. Yeah, I feel you there, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, the sooner the better, because when you have a card like that is early in the morning, I mean, sometimes you watch these cards, they don't get over to 11:30 at night. And you're kind of stuck there like, well, can I go out and do something? Before, obviously pre-COVID, can I go and have a drink? Can I do this? No, you just go right to sleep. So I don't mind it. Then you have more of the day to enjoy it and talk about it.
And I'm looking at the college football matchups this week. There's not anything super crazy this week. There's not any like wild marquee matchups at that time of the day. There's really not any marquee matchups to begin with. I mean, you have the Big Ten making the debut this weekend. So you got Ohio State versus Nebraska at 10 a.m. It's probably going to be a good amount of people locked in there. But you and your boys, Oklahoma, your boy Rattler at 1-2. What's going on with you guys? 1-2 to start the year. You're up against the 1-1 TCU team, and you're only giving up 6.5. Vegas doesn't have a ton of faith in OU either here.
We are 2-2 here. We beat Texas last game out.
Why does this show me 1-2?
I have no idea. Probably 1-2 in the Big 12. We did lose to Kansas State and Iowa State.
If Yahoo Sports app is going 1-2 in the Big 12 and not specified, they're just Are you lying to me, Ed?
No, we're 2-2 overall, 1-2 in the Big 12.
Maybe they don't have, then they're wrong. My sports app's wrong.
Why would I lie about it? Why would I lie to you?
True. I agree. Or I'm with you. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, definitely. I mean, listen, Oklahoma in that Texas game, I just want to tell you, Lincoln Riley had probably the biggest big head coach dick move you ever seen in your life. His big dick energy said, listen, I'm going to go to my starter. I'm going to sit his ass. And I want him to see what the backup can do. Just so he knows that at any point during this time, you don't get your head out of your ass, you don't get your shit together, you stop turning over the ball, that's going to be your future. We're looking on from the sidelines watching the backup do the job. Tanner Mordecai came in and did a good job as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then he settled him down, put him back in. We ended up playing the game in 4 overtimes, one of the most excited college games I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And, it comes down to coaching, especially when you look back at what the obviously we're off topic. We went to UFC. Now we're talking about college football.
Sorry, Ed.
You look back,
it's my fault.
I'm okay with it. You look back and you look at the last 3 quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts playing in the championship game already has experience. Same thing with Kyler Murray, a backup to Baker Mayfield, played at Texas Tech. A&M, I'm sorry. And then you have Baker Mayfield, obviously has the experience, a transfer from Texas Tech. So the difference there is, you pretty much have a freshman coming in playing in his first few games ever. So now you have a freshman, no experience. He's learning on the go, and he has to learn pretty quick, especially with a big team like Oklahoma.
Rattler's the most overrated QB since Baker, John King.
Okay, John King.
I knew you'd love that one. I had to get that one in. But anyway, yeah, there's not. So I guess I am with you. I didn't look at it like that. I don't have to wait all day. I do like that. I am not a person that has to go to a job and work Saturday. So I do like that. But that's what I thought about immediately was like, I used to be that guy. I used to manage cell phone stores. I used to have to go work retail on Saturdays. And I would have been super pissed off if I had to go do this, go work and not be able to watch the card.
Yeah.
At 10 a.m., 12 a.m., what am I trying to say? Noon. Noon Eastern. Main card, yeah.
Noon Eastern.
Just crappy, dude. So, but I like it. I like what you said. You don't have to wait all day, and if you don't have anything to do, and there's not a ton of the college football games on, you're really dying to see, you're fine. You're good to go. Tell me about a fight on the card that you. Give me a fight that you think will be an underrated fight, or one that's going to be a banger.
One that's going to be banger is you have to look at the Magomed Ankalaev versus Ian Cutelaba, which is a fight that happened before but was marred with controversy. Ian Cutelaba, Ankalaev fought. Ankalaev was throwing some high kicks, some head kicks, and Cutelaba was selling them as if it was hurt. He was wobbling around. The ref thought he was really being serious. Was really hurt. Rocked. Stopped the fight within seconds of the first few rounds.
What?
Yeah,
I got to look that up.
Fight, gave it to Ankalaev. And they've tried to make this rematch happen. This is third time the charm, where the first two was stopped because I think Kutaleba and someone in his camp got COVID the first two times. And so it's been pushed back to this card right here. So third time's the charm. So I think that's the one you got to look out for.
I'm looking those guys up right now. Kutaleba versus Ankalev. Who was stumbling around? Ankalev?
Kutaleba.
Kutaleba was stumbling around, playing, like acting like he was hurt, and the referee thought he was really hurt and stopped the fight.
Yep.
Crazy.
That's hilarious. You don't know about that one either?
No.
Oh, we got to look that up. That's funny.
It's pretty funny.
That's funny shit.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Yeah, what is he doing? That's hilarious. So that's the first fight on the main card, is what I'm seeing. Light heavyweight bout there. Let's jump to the co-main event. Robert Whittaker and Jared Cannonier. Winner of this one is facing Izzy. Is that correct?
It's more than likely, yeah. That's what you're looking at happening, is the winner gets a championship opportunity
against Israel Adesanya. Adesanya. Say it correct. Adesanya.
Yep.
What do you got in this one?
A tough one, because
I know.
You got someone like Jared Cannonier, who's fought at heavyweight, knocked people out at heavyweight, fought at light heavyweight, knocked people out at light heavyweight, came down to middleweight, he's knocked out the Joker Hermanson at middleweight. He's fought at 3 different levels and knocked somebody out in each division. It's tough. I mean, Jared Cannonier is a tough dude, but I got to go with experience here. I got to go with Robert Whittaker, who's faced tougher opponents and has finished some great opponents very similar to Jared Cannonier too.
Dude, Ed, right there. I'm right there with you, man. I got to say, Cannonier definitely has him beat in the power department. No argument there. But other than that, I think Whittaker is a better fighter in every other facet of the game via his experience and the opponents that he's taken out. I think you absolutely nailed it. That's where I'm at as well.
There's a fight that didn't happen that I wish would have happened. Would have been Darren Till versus Jared Cannonier, which I think would have happened a while back in this whole pandemic thing. But that would have been a good measuring stick for Cannonier, fighting someone like Darren Till. And I think you're getting Darren Till fought Robert Whittaker eventually, and that you're going to kind of see the same thing. Probably a chess match. You're not going to see probably a knockout, but you're going to see, a chess match where you're going to see guys very cautious, but are going to try to win the fight, trying to outpoint each other is what you're going to see.
Do you see it going to split decision, unanimous decision?
I'd go unanimous for Whittaker. Like I said, I listen to my podcast. I throw my hands up and say, I don't know, puppy. You never know what's going to happen here. You don't know what's going to happen in MMA. That's the beauty about it.
That's what Vegas is saying, the same thing. Because in that Whittaker fight right now, minus 112 each fighter. So they're the exact same, no matter who you pick, minus 112. So you'd have to put up $12 to win 100, or to win 10, 112 to win 100.
Gotcha.
Yep.
That's how that's looking there. Before I hit the main event really quick, is there a fight on the card that you... Actually, no, let me hit the main event real quick.
Go ahead.
Nurmagomedov and Gaethje. I tweeted out yesterday. I asked Twitter, what percentage are you guys giving Gaethje to win the fight? And it was as low as 2%. Some people up as like 70%. I am around the 2%, maybe 5. I'd probably say 5 if I'm being serious, if I'm being dead honest. Where are you at? What's your percentage?
I definitely have it more than, I have it now probably at a 50-50.
You have 50-50 on it? Wow. There's people on Twitter saying the same thing. I thought they were crazy.
This is a different Justin Gaethje. This is a different opponent that Khabib has ever seen. Someone who actually has high-level wrestling. Dustin Poirier does not have high-level wrestling. Conor McGregor does not. Ali Quinta, who we struggled with, does not have high-level wrestling. Ali Quinta is probably the same exact fighter as Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje will put you to sleep as a difference. I think the chances are good for Justin Gaethje. I actually think he'll have the upset. And the reason being is this feels a lot like what I felt with Holly Holm and Ronda Rousey, Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas, where both favorites already have a fight lined up. It's going to be on a neutral ground. They're looking past their opponent. That's what I'm looking at. I thought the same feeling when Holly Holm fought Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey is supposed to fight Christina Cyborg, and look what happened to Ronda Rousey. That's how I feel. That's gonna have the same components as those upsets.
What's lined up for Khabib down the line? You said?
Well, they're looking for a fight between him and George St. Pierre.
They're talking about it, right?
Correct.
Right.
Khabib says that's the only thing that really interests me or gets me excited.
Does Khabib, both of you guys, do you guys think he seems more chill throughout this way and throughout all the interviews you've seen, everything leading up to the fight? Do you think he seems more chill than ever? And does that have to do with his father?
No, I mean, it's kind of his demeanor. I mean, the only people that bring him out of that demeanor.
That's what I was thinking.
McGregor.
Maybe I'm
Conor
used
McGregor.
to the Conor. Maybe that's what maybe that's
He
what
was the same way against Dustin Poirier.
Very
I
chill.
like went to everyone else. But yeah, just his demeanor.
Do you think his dad is going to have any effect on the fight, good or bad?
I think
the
so.
passing
I mean,
of his father. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, there's a definitely. There's gonna be always in the back of his head. He lost his father. That was his coach through and throughout. That guy has always been in his corner. That definitely brings a different aspect now. Going in there, you're not going to hear that voice. Whereas, especially now, you have a fight environment where there's no crowd. That could change mentality for Khabib. Khabib's Stone Cold Killer, man. Don't get it twisted. He's different. He's different than anyone who's ever fought in the UFC before, because his wrestling's on a different par than a whole lot of other people.
That's what I'm saying.
People aren't used to this Russian Dagestan type of wrestling. Especially Americans don't see this. But they also don't see high level all American wrestling either.
It's not only the wrestling though. Did you see the detail? Do you watch those details on ESPN Plus?
I've seen a couple of them, with DC. Yeah,
the one he did, Daniel Cormier just did Khabib. You should go watch that before the fight. And he broke down his striking and how he sets up, how he, in the Conor fight, he set up his striking with
I know what
his wrestling.
about,
And I just think there are a lot of people that are, it sounds weird, but it just feels like people are overlooking Khabib. Like it seems like everyone is 50-50. This doesn't feel like a 50-50 or a toss-up to me. The guy's 28-0 for a reason. The guy's done what he's done, and he's in the position he's in for a reason. I don't see it close to 50-50. But I look at it as more like Vegas has him at 3-1 favorite. They got him at minus 335. I look at it like, I'll throw it up. You're telling me that's not very safe. You're telling me the 3-1 isn't very safe because
you got to look back
whether it's
to
the looking forward or the other reasons you gave.
Yeah, you got to look back to that Justin Gaethje Tony Ferguson fight. Tony Ferguson probably was the most dangerous fighter at that point up until he met Justin Gaethje. Tony Ferguson is so unorthodox, very different than anyone else, even different than Khabib. And has the best gas tank you've ever seen out of any fighter ever. Yeah,
but he was just standing there ready to strike with Gaethje, and Gaethje tore him apart with the striking. He wasn't even challenging him even close with the wrestling. There's no way. I get it. I know you're saying Gaethje's wrestling is up there, but there's no way Khabib is not going to try to beat him with the wrestling. Right. If the striking, if Gaethje's chopping his legs, which I'd imagine he's going to start doing from the beginning of the fight, he's going to try to hurt his legs. I don't see Khabib not trying to wrestle.
Khabib's not going. He's not trading blows.
But I think that's what my point was, especially what DC was saying the other day. He could beat him with both. Dude, when he tagged Conor McGregor with that overhand right, when he faked the shot to take him down, after he had already taken Conor down and it was in his head, I don't know. I don't see how you guys get to 50-50. I can't get that high. The closest I could give Gaethje was a 20%. Where are you at, Dallas? What's percentage you give Justin?
I think Justin has a chance, but
5 is unfair from me. 20 is too much from me. I don't know where I'm at. I'm somewhere in between there.
Yeah, I would say percentage-wise, definitely not 50-50 for me. I think Khabib, until proven otherwise, it's Khabib all day. But I think Justin has a chance. Especially with him being a local Colorado guy training here. You know what I mean?
That makes you have a more of a percentage, Dallas?
I've got the momentum on his side, man. Colorado, he's in there. He's trying to put out these fires, and how he puts out the fires is by destroying Khabib. But I think his chances are somewhere around 20-25%.
20-25. Okay,
I think that's where he's at. 20-25%.
It's gonna be fun, dude. I'm excited about it, and I will be I'm going for Justin Gaethje. Trust me, I'm not a fan of Khabib. I don't like the way Khabib fights. I think he's boring. I think his demeanor, what we're seeing right now leading up to the fight, everything about it's boring. If he wins this fight and wants to just go retire and ride off into the sunset, I wouldn't be hurt at all. Go ahead.
You should do that.
Go ahead. You bore the shit out of me. But I do want to give him credit and acknowledge that what he's done and where he's at,
in which he is. Yeah.
There's a reason for it. I might throw a little money on Gaethje. That being said, Ed, I might just throw down a small wager on the money line. He's almost 3-1. He's plus 270. So throw a small wager down on the money line. Maybe I'll even take him to knock him out. Maybe I'll take him to knock him out. Someone said on Twitter, it was Keith Crum, I think. The best bets are Gaethje with a KO or Khabib with a submission. Either of those as a finish. Do you see this thing going 5?
True, yeah.
Is that even?
I can see it going 5 for sure.
Yeah, both guys just like for. Oh, did the Ferg fight go 5? No, it got stopped right before 5, huh?
Correct.
Or right before the end of the fifth.
I see it going 3 or 4.
3 or 4 for you?
Yeah, 4 at the most.
Dang, no finish or no full fight at all.
No full fight.
Lastly, Ed, give me, if you had to choose one lock on this card, one that you would just, I don't care what the odds are, kind of like I was with Chimaev last time he fought. I don't care. I'll throw up the minus 400 or whatever it was. What is the lock? What is the can't lose pick on this fight for you?
Ooh,
or on this card, sorry.
The main fight on the undercards, Stefan Struve versus Tai Tuivasa. I see you look for Tai Tuivasa to knock out Stefan Struve.
The KO too, huh?
Yeah.
What is that, early prelims? No.
Yeah, no, it's prelims on ESPN.
Regular prelims. Stefan Struve, there we go. Tai Tuivasa to KO him.
Yep.
That's the can't miss. Not even just to win. You could have just taken a win, Ed. You're giving out. That's serious.
Listen, I mean, Stefan Struve, I don't know what's been on with that guy. Ever since he had heart issues, he tried to make an issue to come back. He hasn't been good. He's lost 4 of his last 5 fights. And I mean, one thing he has a problem with is with these Islanders. These guys from Australia, from these guys, he has an issue with these guys. He can't fight these guys, and these guys knock him out. Mark Hunt, Marcin Tiburiu is another guy.
Good shit.
So just he has an issue with these guys, and look for Tuivasa to do a shoey after the fight, or even before. I think he's already done a couple shoeys this week. You know what a shoey is?
We should do a couple shoeys for the cast. I'll do it.
let Dal will demonstrate it, but pretty much just pour a beer into your shoe, you drink it out of the shoe.
Oh, gross! Why? Who's doing that? Who does that?
Cowboy Cerrone does it.
Samoans?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good on. You guys can do that if you want.
I got your shoeys.
Take some bread ones.
That sounds like I'd have to lose something to do that. Why would I just do that for no reason? Like what?
Street cred, my friend.
That's terrible.
But people celebrate.
That's terrible, dude. I'm maybe it'll change before the fight, but currently they don't have just a KO line on Tai Tuivasa. They only have to win by knockout, submission, or DQ, and he's plus 150.
Wow. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it should be more if it was strictly KO with no submission and the other shit involved, but it's not. They don't have that up yet. Maybe it'll change by fight time. I'll have to look at a couple other books too. All right, Ed. Appreciate you joining us on the show. Thanks for talking a little college football as well, Ed. Good stuff.
No problem, man. Let me give you guys a heater real quick, okay?
Oh, you want to give a heater?
Oh, all right.
Oh, a little heater. A little late pick.
Wait, are we talking to Ed or Black Prez?
I am taking the Broncos plus 9.5.
Oh, here we go.
Here's the local guy.
Here we go.
Of course.
Ed is getting serious.
Broncos are good against the run. That defense, as depleted as it is showing up every single game this year and has kept them within a touchdown, within a possession of each game. And the Chiefs, they've been inconsistent the last few games. And I'm taking the Broncos plus 9.5.
Neighborhood in the chat said, thanks for the lock, Ed.
There we go. Just locks. That's all I give.
There we go.
Drew.
Love it. Like Drew. Listen to this guy. One on the way out. All right, Ed. Appreciate it. You can find my man at Sports Plus Life Podcast, at Mr. AKCO on Twitter and Instagram. Anything else you need to plug, Ed?
Sports Plus Life, Instagram and Twitter as well. MRAKACO. MRAKACO.
MRAKACO. Mr. AKACO. Oh,
there we go.
Oh yeah, that's what I said, but I didn't do MR.
All right,
just
I don't have
couldn't
enough
spell that.
time. I'm out of here. I got enough.
All right, buddy. I don't have any more time for you. That's all the time we got for the day.
Stream again.
Yep. Well, okay, good one, Ed. All right. All right, take a shot at our stream on your
Nice,
way out
Ed.
the door. There he goes. That's my man, Mr. AKA. Thanks for coming on the show. Good guy. Ed, what about Ed with the Broncos pick?
The heater.
At the end, throwing a little heater in. I'm going to go in on Tai Tuivasa for the knockout too, by the way. I'm going to jump in on that. And then I may...
Once it updates?
Huh?
Once it's available? Because you said the knockout wasn't available?
Well, yeah. Either way, I'm going to do it, I guess, with the poop line, with the KO and the other shit. Lose a little bit on the odds, but either way. Yeah, I'm pumped for the fight. He's got me excited. Now, I'm glad it is early because it's like over with. I'm sure my girl's super glad it's early. She's like, great, it's during the day. I'm working. Get the hell out of here. I'm going to worry about it at night.
Yeah, no doubt.
But he's got me pumped up for it. I'm excited for the card. I think it's going to be, or excited for the fight, the main event.
I'm going to have it going on at the golf shop as I'm checking
You're
people
working
in.
Saturday during the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are one of those
Hey, by the
people.
way,
Sucks.
I forgot to tell you before we go into our next segment. Dude, I got another job.
What?
I did.
With the golf course?
No, with another golf entity.
Oh, did you get that job?
PGA Superstore.
Nice.
I'm in there
dude.
like chin hair.
So you're continuing the golf. Continuing the golf course. Now
Right.
you're working at the pro shop,
Yeah.
the PGA Superstore.
And the reason is because Murphy Creek is one of the only Aurora golf courses that actually shut down for January and February. So I'm like, holy shit, things, breadcrumbs are getting a little tight around that time. You know what I mean? Like getting some hours, getting some money, that type of stuff. So I was like, damn, I better try to get set up with something else, just to kind of have a balance. And made a connection at the PGA Superstore. I called and I said, hey, who's the GM there? Oh, he isn't available? Great. Who's the assistant? And kind of made my way through a phone call and kept in contact with this individual named Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
And she's the assistant there. And within 2 weeks, I had a job, man. It's pretty cool.
Sick.
So the interview was super tight, man.
Congrats.
I interviewed with her and the GM. And Scott, the GM, is really into podcasts. And he's like, oh, dude, you have a podcast? It's listed right here on your resume. Tell me about your podcast. What's up? So, I gave us a nice little plug. We got a subscriber from my GM, which is pretty
Hopefully
cool.
he tuned in today when the stream was cutting out.
Yeah, no doubt.
That was
You
good.
got to see us at our best. But yeah, I got a new job, and
Nice, bro.
Dallas, the most busy guy.
So is that going to
Returns.
affect the show?
No.
Not currently?
No, not like the stream.
And yeah, we may have some stuff. Who knows, dude? Like we may have, who knows how it's going to affect. Our lease is actually coming up too.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that this morning. We're going to go talk to the office and see if we can do like a,
month to month,
or
6 months.
6 months, whatever, instead of having to do another year.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to get interesting, dude, as the end of this year winds down, because
I know.
whether it's figuring out what's up with this lease, now that I'm in rehab with the knee's healing up really nicely, figuring out what the hell I'm going to do, figuring out what's going on after the election, figuring out, obviously we're still going to have COVID going on into the beginning of next year, all of that shit. We can't do this show if we don't have a studio. So that's the big issue. Like if we don't have this studio, we can't do the show. And I mean, a huge shout out once again to all the people that are on Patreon to help pay for the studio.
Yeah.
Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do the show. So all you guys, I appreciate the shit out of you, man, that feel like you guys, that we give you enough out of this show each week, that we work hard enough, for you to give us that $10 a month, that $5 a month, the $2 a month, the $20 a month, whatever you donate to us, whatever you feel like the show is worth to you guys, just know we really appreciate it because that helps us continue to do the show. If we didn't have that, it would be very hard to pay for the studio and be able to do this the way we do.
No
And
doubt.
the studio is not fully paid for with Patreon, the internet, but we're getting we're close. And as soon as we can get some merch rolling, as soon as we can get some other stuff up there, we'll be moving. But that's kind of where we're at currently, man.
Yep.
It's every day is a winding road. Like
Sheryl Crow.
damn it. I was gonna say Jewel. I was gonna say Alanis Morissette. I was gonna say everybody but Sheryl Crow.
What?
Everybody but Lance's ex. Damn it.
I get a little closer.
Good shit.
Man,
Um,
great tune.
All right, let's do some NFL headlines, and we'll jump into heaters for this week. Actually, Dow, I got beat in fantasy last week, most underrated league.
I did too.
Oh, you did?
I
Yes, you
lost too.
did. That's right. Who do you play this week?
Let's see. I think I played Javier last week. Who do I play this week?
Dog, I got beat by Kirby, 90-83. Kirby had one of the worst weeks ever going on. I can't even see who he had in now because he changed his stuff around a little bit. But Yeah, terrible job. You got beat. John King got beat. No, I'm just kidding. John King. I'm looking at it right now.
John King.
What was yours?
Yeah, I got beat by Javier. Dude, it was the last minute, man, with the, I think it was it the Cardinals game? I don't know. It was one of those last minute garbage time touchdowns that didn't need to happen. And whoever the running back was split the D and took it in for a touchdown. I'm like, God damn. Right in the final minutes, dude. It was such bullshit.
John King, another beatdown. 60 points he only put up. Jay Nasty, the Mad City Madman, 129-60.
That's who I'm playing this week.
Our former champ is at 1-5 right now.
It's not good.
Yeesh.
I'm playing the Mad City Madman this week.
Oh, you are, huh?
I sure am.
What is he at? He's at 3-3. Dow's at 3-3.
I'm at 3-3.
I'm playing Joey Magana, who's at 4-2, and I'm also at 4-2. Losing that one last week to Curb. Damn it, I thought I had one loss.
That would hurt.
2. Bastard. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun week in the most underrated league. DraftKings, I took second last week.
I saw you finally out of the basement.
Wasn't able to take down the tournament. Took second place to, I don't even know how you say it, T-Chech 04, C-E-C-H.
Never heard of her.
T-Chech 04. He put up 165.34. I put up 163.06.
And, dude, I think you had control, like, most of the day.
Yeah.
You were in control.
I just needed Fitzpatrick to throw one interception before he went out and Tua came in. That's all. If Fitzy could have just given me one pick before he left the game,
right?
Because he had Fitzpatrick as his quarterback, and he was beating me by 2 points there. And then, because all my guys were morning last week. I didn't have any afternoon.
Mine too.
Yeah. Our boy Ginter took third. He was right behind me at 160. It was me, him, and Chech. Or Czech, I don't know how you say it, going all back and forth. But shout out to you, sir. You got the dub. Speaking of Fitzpatrick, what the hell are the Dolphins doing? I don't know where you're at on this. I know you probably watched the Heaters recap. You saw where I'm at. I gave my thoughts there. Where are you at with the Dolphins? What are they doing here?
I'm a little frustrated because I don't understand here. So you have obviously a starter in Fitzmagic. He's proven that he's done enough to do that. One of the best backups that you could ever come up with. That being said, the only thing that makes sense to me that the Dolphins organization might be doing here is putting him away and maybe activating trade bait. There has to be something with this. Like, you look at the Red Rifle and what he did his first game, and now we'll see what he does on his second game, obviously traveling this week. Does somebody like the Cowboys pick up Fitzmagic? Does somebody who really needs a quarterback that isn't a second string, that can go in there right now, lead a team, and we've seen what Fitzmagic has done with the Dolphins, dude. He's rallied that whole fucking offense. Like, they love him over there. They think he is just the cream de la creme over there. The team just loves his energy, loves his beard, loves what he does, and he puts it all out there. This guy's diving, act like every play is the last play. I love this. And I think the Dolphins are actually putting that aside and saying, hey, let's keep this guy. Tua's going to be our franchise. So you
think it's more about Ryan Fitzpatrick than this is about Tua and about setting up Tua for the future? You think this is all about Fitz, really?
I think this is all about Fitz and getting the most value for him. They're going to ship Fitz out as soon as they get the right value. And that's what I think's happening.
Who's on their depth? I don't even know. What does the Dolphins quarterback depth chart look like?
After Tua, I don't know.
Because for your argument here, to make sense,
they'd have to have somebody that could go in there.
I mean, because you got to have somebody behind Tua. I guess you could just go sign whoever off the street.
Right.
You can go sign Brock Osweiler, but still, I mean, there's nobody else. It's literally Tua and Ryan Fitzpatrick. They don't even have a third or fourth.
Yeah, my argument's not great, but
it's not invalid. I'm just saying.
But why wouldn't they? I mean, doesn't that what it seems like? Like, man, maybe they're just kind of putting him aside to see what type of value.
I think it is all about Tua. I think it's stupid. I think it's all about Tua. I think it's about moving Tua forward and putting him into and just moving forward with the team. I think they feel like the ceiling with Ryan Fitzpatrick is about this 500, this so-and-so, and they don't know what the ceiling is with Tua. So with Tua, it's like, why not get him out there before Fitzpatrick starts winning too many games, and then we really can't take him out? Right. Why not get him out there, get him going? We pull the plug on Fitz. Yes, it sucks. you know, where we are now. But at the end of the day, we're still 500. We put him out there, and now Tua doesn't look bad. They're at 500 right now. So no matter what he does the rest of the year, you didn't get the craziest sample size from Fitz. It's not like Fitz was going to take him to the playoffs. We don't know yet. We're too far away. So if Tua doesn't take him to the playoffs, you're not going to be like, oh, well, what the hell? Fitz was doing way better than Tua, you know, because then if you go too far down the line with Fitz, if you don't have this leash and pull him out now, you're too far down the line. He starts winning too many games this year. Unless he gets hurt, you can't put Tua in. There's no way you can put Tua in. Because it looks, this guy's winning games and doing well. You put him in down the line and he starts losing. Then it looks really shitty on you. It's like, well, we were 500. We beat some bad teams. We just beat up on the Jets. You know what I mean? Like
took the 49ers out.
Oh, I agree there. But the Niners, dude, did you see the difference in the 49ers? They didn't have their cornerbacks the week when Fitz played them, and they got a lot of their secondary back. They got Verrett and a couple other guys. Oh, they looked like a whole different team.
I know, correct.
Last week.
Yeah.
Their defense just looked so much better.
The Rams made some mistakes. There's no doubt about it.
I was so tempted to take the Bears this week. I saw it at 5.5, and then I saw it go up to 6.
I know.
And dude,
it's too much.
Very tempted to take the Bears against the Rams, but the Rams are at home. It's on Monday night. Is it Monday night or Sunday night? I think it's a primetime game.
Sunday night.
I could just see the Rams bouncing back, but I really like the Bears. I still may just mess around and bet the Bears, not on heaters, but
right.
Or
is it Monday night? It's Monday night.
Monday nighter. Bears at Rams +6 currently. Bears are +6. Dude, that's a lot of points. The Rams have not looked great. They've been giving up. The team and the teams they've beat are not good teams. In case you missed the sound from Fitzpatrick yesterday, he's heartbroken.
My heart just hurt all day. Like it was heartbreaking for me. You know, and Flo kind of said what he said and said what he said to you guys as well. And that's the decision and the direction that the organization is going in. And obviously, you know, we've talked in the past, me and you guys, about, you know, how I'm the placeholder and this eventually was going to happen no matter, it was just a matter of kind of when, not if. And, it still just, it broke my heart yesterday. And, you know, it's a tough thing for me to hear and to now have to deal with, but, you know, I'm going to do my best with it.
There you go.
Oh, well said.
Yeah. Do we have any questions about his professionalism? The guy's a consummate pro. He's been a backup forever. He's been on feels like every team in the league as a backup at some point. Then he gets thrust in there to play or into the starting role, and the dude starts lighting it up. A lot of the times he starts lighting it up when he first comes in because the team doesn't expect, they didn't prepare to play him. They prepared to play whoever he got hurt in front of him. So then he comes in and he just looks like wildfire.
Looks
you know,
like, holy shit, why didn't I draft this guy?
Why hasn't this guy been playing, you know? And then teams kind of figure him out and he starts, you know, having his 3 interception games and shit. But that hasn't really happened this year. And that's what I said on IG. I was just really disappointed. Like, give this guy a shot. Like, I'm so sick of the Dolphins. You guys have been mediocre for years. What's another year of mediocrity? Like, who cares? Give this guy a shot to take you to the playoffs. The team's playing good. Let Tua, I said this on IG, Tua had a hip injury less than a year ago. That happened November of last year.
Oh, geez.
November, yeah. So this is less than a year ago, just that major hip surgery. And then Pat Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith, no injuries. He was fine coming out of college. He could have played. He sat the full entire season. Rodgers sat a couple years, 3 years behind Brett Favre, to the point where his people were like at year 3, like, what's going on here? Yeah. Are we going to give my guy a shot to play? Like, his agents were calling the Packers, like, what are we doing?
Right.
And
he had no injuries.
Right. This ain't that scenario at all. It just doesn't make sense to me from that aspect. Before I played the sound clip, I told you what I think their thinking was. They leave him too long. He wins too many games. You can't pull the cord. And they kind of do want to see what they have with Tua this year. What if Tua comes out and gets hurt quick? What if Tua isn't the same player that they thought he was? What if Tua, there's still a lot of questions around Tua.
Certainly.
What if Tua starts losing a ton of games and all of a sudden they find themselves in the position to get a top 3 pick at the end of the year with the Jets? They're in a situation where you got Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence and these other guys coming out. They find themselves gambling there. I don't know if that's what they're thinking, but every scenario I think about, nothing else makes sense to me.
It's disappointing.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. You're winning games. You guys have been shitty forever, and now you're finally winning some games and looking pretty good doing it, especially the past couple weeks. And you pull the plug.
Yeah, being a 500.
We're winning too much. Let's pull the plug.
Being a 500 team in the NFC East, they'd be so lucky. Look at them Cowboys and Eagles over there.
It's the word. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Shit.
We were talking about fantasy a minute ago. Did you see what I did?
Oh, yes, I did.
Win
I saw you had a pickup yesterday.
Win got Antonio Brown in pretty much every league. I think I went and got him in 4 out of my 7 leagues that I'm in. And the other leagues, there was only one of them. He wasn't available. Someone beat me, which I was surprised, in Danko's league, actually. I was surprised there. But the other ones I didn't pick him up in, I just could not give up the roster space. I'm like, dude, I had like some of my rosters. I had Miles Sanders, who's hurt this week, not playing. So I had to pick up Boston Scott. And then I got Gaskin on a bye. Like, I just got no room. And I can't drop Sanders. I can't drop Gaskin. I can't drop Scott because I got to play him this week because I got too many injuries at running back. I just could not. There were some leagues I just could not get the space to get Antonio Brown. But it's still a huge risk. I'm not running out picking up Antonio Brown saying I won already. If he starts playing, he starts tearing it up, we'll see what happens. But I'm still taking a huge risk. I've got to now shoulder this roster spot. And in some of these leagues, our benches it's like the most underrated. You got 5-6 spots. It's very, very, it's hard. You don't have a lot of room to hang on to guys, especially with COVID and buys and all the stuff that's going on. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to keep Antonio Brown, but I went and picked him up in the 4 leagues that I could sacrifice a roster spot for. And actually, I dropped Laviska Shenault, which I was not too pumped about because he's been playing well for the Jags. Jags have been using him as a kind of a gadget player. I dropped the Niners D in 1 league, and they were shitty early in the year. But now, like I said, getting all their corners and safeties and secondary back, they're starting to look good. Didn't want to drop them, but I have a better D anyway, so they were a secondary D. But I had to make some choices like that, and it might have hurt me. If Brown, if he doesn't play at all, if he doesn't come back and work out, if he's not good until the actual NFL playoffs, which is after the fantasy playoffs, it may come back and bite me in the dick. Who knows? Yeah. But that's what I did. I went and picked up Antonio Brown. That's where we're at.
What do you think about that with him working out for Seattle and possibly, going that way?
I could see it, but you know what? I forgot about. They have Josh Gordon still.
Right.
What's going on with him?
Yeah, haven't heard.
Right.
We don't know.
So,
do we even have a reinstatement date?
I don't know.
On Gordon?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
So I know the talks are heating up with Antonio Brown. Seattle seems to be the leader, with Russ kind of talking to him and Russ with their personal relationship. They seem to be the leader in the clubhouse. But there are some other teams I think that could really benefit from a number 2 receiver. I was just talking to someone on Twitter about this morning. Number 1, the Baltimore Ravens. You got to get somebody in there opposite of Hollywood Brown. Outside of Hollywood Brown and Mark Andrews,
right?
Who are Lamar's targets?
That's about it.
You got to get one more guy in there. I think he'd fit there perfectly across from his cousin? Is Hollywood Brown his cousin? Fit there. I think Chicago, another fit there. Anthony Miller's cool, but you got to get someone outside Allen Robinson. They could use another big time receiver. AB, Anthony Miller, and Robinson there in Chicago. That'd give Foles some nice weapons. I think they could use Antonio Brown. So I think there's some teams he could go to. I think there's teams that have a need at wide receiver.
Well, how about this? Does this change it? It looks like Des Bryant looks like he has plans to sign with the Baltimore Ravens.
Saw that this morning. And I don't know
Does that change anything for you?
Let's be real, Des isn't Antonio Brown.
Not at all.
Wait, last I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, last I heard of Des, he was with the Saints maybe 2017?
Yeah.
2018?
And then
blew out his Achilles?
Yeah.
He had a crazy Achilles injury, and we haven't heard from him since. So he still maybe got himself back up to speed and football shape. He's only 31 years old. But I think he's signing to the practice squad to start. And then hopefully he'll get elevated from there.
Jeez.
But I saw he met with the Ravens in the offseason, and they weren't able to come away with a deal. So they had been in talks already. And now maybe Harbaugh's like, all right, what did you need?
Yeah.
We need another wideout in here.
For sure.
We need somebody opposite.
We need some
Hollywood.
direction. Direction for these young receivers.
So those are all pretty interesting stories there. Last NFL headline here before we jump into the heaters. The Raiders have they had a lineman, Trent Brown, test positive for COVID. And now they've sent all the offensive linemen home from practice yesterday. Because John Gruden said he's worried about the health of the players. So that's where we're sitting currently. They play the Bucs this Sunday night in Vegas. First time Vegas is hosting Sunday Night Football, welcoming in Collinsworth and Al Michaels to Sin City. First Sunday Night Football in their new stadium we don't know for sure. That's what's going on currently.
Crazy.
So we'll see what the other positive tests look like. I haven't seen anything else come out today.
I haven't either.
That's kind of the latest there with the Raiders.
The
All right, Dal?
Raiders.
Let's jump into some heaters this week.
All right, Em. This is my heater. I dare you to hit it.
Hot shit. Too hot, lady. Here come the hot stepper.
All right, heaters this week. Week 7, is it? Oh, I was going to say week 6, but we didn't miss week 6. We missed it live on the show.
It was, week 7.
Heaters, week 7, brought to you by DenverSportsBetting.com. Make sure you guys check out DenverSportsBetting.com to get your edge on sports betting, man. For all your analysis, for all your breakdowns, they have some really good writers on there from MMA to college football, pro football, different segments. Obviously, we do the heaters on there. So make sure you guys check out DenverSportsBetting.com to get your edge, get some extra plays. Also follow them on social media at Denver Sports Betting and at Betting Denver. All right, Dal. Heaters week 7, first one up. What you got?
Yo. All right, today. So let's take a look at Green Bay, which is -3.5 versus Houston Texans. We're looking at Aaron Rodgers is out for revenge. He's on his revenge tour, heading to Texas this week. Green Bay was embarrassed by number 1 Buccaneers ranked defense in DVOA. Green Bay was held to just 3.3 yards and 10 total points. Talk about the perfect time for a bounce-back game, baby. Check this out. The Titans' defense ranks 27th in the league and 28th in defensive passing rating efficiency. Houston gives up 5.4 yards per carry on the ground and 7.2 yards per pass attempt. This does not bode well. I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers will have a much cleaner game coming off the last game with 2 picks. And since 2017, Green Bay will also control the time of possession, and the run game will have a bounce-back game with Aaron Jones as well. Green Bay, -3.5.
Oh, let me get my...
Straight cash, homie.
There you go. I'm with you on this one, Dal. I said a couple weeks ago, I love betting on great quarterbacks coming off losses as long as they're not huge favorites. Dating back to last year, the grouping of Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Pat Mahomes, and Tom Brady are 8-3 against the spread after a defeat, as long as they're not favored by more than a touchdown the next game. That fits this scenario with Rodgers at -3.5. Getting an elite quarterback when he's focused is a great opportunity to make some money, and I believe Rodgers will be focused here. There won't be any Mick Kringleberry dances, any of the hip thrusts or anything going on this week. I will note, though, David Bakhtiari. Big time injury to him last week.
Huge.
Didn't practice yesterday. The valuable left tackle, if he's out for the Green Bay Packers, I'm not going to say I don't still like the Packers, but it worries me a little bit.
Sure.
I do think Houston, either way, they're going to be a little bit deflated after the overtime loss last week to the Titans. Titans.
Yep.
Your bad beat of the week. I'm with you. I'm taking the Packers -3.5.
Nice.
Straight cash, homie.
All right, second one. Let's take a look at Carolina +7.5 versus New Orleans Saints. So the Panthers obviously still sitting McCaffrey for one more week. He has looked like he might be available for week 8. That being said, Christian has missed. So they're a surprising 3-1 straight up and 3-1 against the spread without McCaffrey. This bodes really well. With all 3 against the spread wins coming as an underdog with a spread of 7.5 or higher. Notice the spread is +7.5. Interesting, right? New Orleans has been favored in each of their 5 games, but have dropped 3 of those contests straight up. The 7.5 points is the highest spread of the year, and the Saints are 1-4 against the spread, against the Panthers over the last 5 meetings. So historically, this does not bode well either. So for me, this seems kind of easy, but I'm riding Carolina until they let me down. I rode them hard a couple weeks ago, and I still think they're looking good.
Seems easy, even off a bye, huh?
Yeah, even off a bye, and they're fully rested, and you're going to have Michael Thomas back.
I don't know for sure. I just saw that today.
Did you?
I just saw this morning.
What happened?
10 minutes ago, Michael Thomas did not practice, was not spotted at practice at the open portion today.
Are you serious?
By the media, and I saw a report this morning he retweaked the hamstring.
Gotcha.
That's all. That's what I saw. We don't know for sure if he's out, but that's what I saw.
The last thing I would add to it,
Even looking better for your pick.
Yeah, no doubt. So last thing I would add to it, Carolina's finding a lot of success through the air with Bridgewater, and the new Robbie Anderson having a lot of success. DJ Moore as a secondary is awesome. When Robbie Anderson is getting all the targets. Check this out. New Orleans is heavily hoping that Marshawn Lattimore can do some damage in that secondary. But if we look at this, Marshawn Lattimore ranks 103 out of 116 cornerbacks. This is not good. They're putting a lot of light in their secondary for this one individual, and it does not look good. Carolina plus 7.5.
Straight cash, homie.
Oh. You know I hate betting on my own team, right?
Yes.
Did I talk about that earlier on in the show? I hate betting on my own team. You know why I hate betting on when I hate betting on my team the most? Is when they play well. When they win the week before, because it gets me feeling good. Chiefs
the
at
warm
Broncos.
feeling in the belly.
Exactly. Chiefs at Broncos this week. I think we're going to have to do it. Dude, Denver's D played out of their mind last week against the Patriots. And now, while the Patriots I wouldn't say it's a juggernaut offense, you were against Bill Belichick off of a bye. That's pretty impressive. The Patriots were also missing 3 offensive linemen, though. We could have a similar scenario this week for the Chiefs, as they're already down a couple linemen, and they had right tackle Mitchell Schwartz leave last week's game against Buffalo with a back injury. Schwartz was not practicing yesterday, and if he's unable to go, I really like Denver's chances at keeping it within 10 points. I'm going to go ahead and take Denver in a cold, snowy game here in the Mile High City. Yeah. Broncos plus 9.5.
Brutal.
Straight cash, homie.
All right, let's see. For the next one, let's take a look at Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Los Angeles Chargers at -7. The Jags got absolutely embarrassed and destroyed last week by the Lions. They limped away with not only just an L, but more injuries on defense. Check this out. Miles Jack, questionable. RB Jones, questionable. Safety, Gerard Wilson, all questionable. The Jags, one of the league's worst bets at losing margin against the spread, has been nearly 13 points a game, dude, since week 2 this year. Isn't that crazy? Check this out. The Chargers defense should get a huge boost with the possibility of Melvin Ingram and Justin Jones likely coming back after getting activated off the IR. The Chargers defense is only allowing 2.4 tutties per game, and the Chargers, fresh off a bye, baby, will show that they are a better team than their record shows. Chargers -7.
Straight cash, homie.
I don't think the spread's high enough on this one. I'm with you. It may seem weird because the Chargers are 1-4, and they're more than a touchdown favorite over the 1-5 Jags.
Right.
But think about it this way: the Chargers have had double-digit leads over their previous opponents, Bucks and Saints. Pretty good teams, right?
True.
They were banged up in those games, though. Couldn't quite hold on to the leads, and they lost early, or they lost late.
Couldn't finish games. Yep.
Right. They'd be 3-2 right now with wins over Brady and Breeze if they had won those games. If that were the case, what would this spread be? -13, -14? You'd have a 3-2 team that had just beat those two squads coming in against this banged up Jacksonville team. Right now, the spread's -7.5. Like I said, I would have taken it at 10. I'm with you on this one. Banged up Jags.
Boom.
Jags struggling in a lot of areas. Miles Jack coming back last week. CJ Henderson coming back last week, and the defense still couldn't do anything.
Totally.
I'm with you. Chargers off a bye with the extra rest.
Love it.
-7.5.
Straight cash, homie.
All right, for my fourth pick, let's look at the 49ers versus the Patriots. Patriots at -2. The 49ers coming off a nice win against the Rams to snap a 2-game losing skid. But let's not forget about the embarrassing loss against Week 5 against the Dolphins. Raheem Mostert is out, it looks like, this week. So there's no versatility in the run game, if you ask me. And if we know anything about Belichick and the Patriots, it's attacking the biggest weapon that's shutting down Jimmy G so he can't get it to Kittle, so he can't get it to Samuel, so he can't get it to Ayuk. They are going to obviously leverage that success with obviously shutting down the one person who can control the game. Jimmy G is going to be shut down. The Patriots only had 2 days of practice coming into Week 6, lost to Broncos. So let's not put a lot of steam and effort into that with the whole COVID stuff. Cam was sacked 4 times, 2 picks. Definitely the Patriots were defense was on point. They kept Denver out of the end zone, forced the Broncos to kick 6 field goals. No tutties. Traveling West Coast to East Coast doesn't ever bode well, in my opinion, especially for the California Kings this week. The Patriots will make proper adjustments, keep focused around their defense when it comes around the spread. Patriots -2.
Straight cash, homie.
All right, look at you bouncing back with Belichick.
Bet.
Seahawks at Cardinals.
Love this one.
I'm going to go with this one here. I think there's just too big of a disparity between the time off that these two teams have had. You had the Seahawks, who are coming off of a bye, while meanwhile the Cardinals just played on Monday night. Having said that, post-Monday night teams that have had to deal with elite quarterbacks who benefit for the most extended time off have not done well. If we know anything about Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll, it's all about preparation. That is what they do. I think they're going to take advantage of this time off. I think they're going to come in with a solid game plan, and they're going to know how to exploit the Arizona defense. My only real concern here is safety Jamal Adams for Seattle. In the games Jamal Adams has not played, they've been getting gashed on defense, and it's a defense that's not good already. Trust me, Kyler Murray's going to make some plays. Hopkins is going to make some plays. The Cardinals are going to make plays here. Don't get me wrong. If Jamal Adams plays, I feel a lot better about this pick.
Right.
But either way, I'm rolling with Seattle, -3.5 on the road.
Straight cash, homie.
You know what? This is my same pick as well. You cannot beat the prep of Pete Carroll. You cannot beat the prep, the study of a Russell Wilson, especially having the bye. Chris Carson needed this additional week to get healthy. I love this. Their run game is insane, and I think we're going to finally see not the Legion of Boom that we saw years ago. We're going to see a good Seattle D. I think their preparation is going to show us enough. So I'm riding with you on this one.
Straight cash, homie.
Last one for me, man. I went back and forth. There was a couple ones I said I liked the Bears game over the Rams. There's a couple different ones I liked, and I actually liked the Saints in your pick over same thing off the bye. I like Sean Payton and Drew Brees off the bye there, but I didn't go with that. I took this one, and am I taking the bait? Is this too easy? The Bills at the Jets. Man, I was a little worried with the Dolphins against the Jets last week, and they shut them out, right? Yeah. The sports books have really been pumping up the spread now on the Jets because they're tired of losing money on them.
Totally.
Adam Gase is the gift that keeps on giving, and after all, he is 0-6 against the spread this week. Wow. Hopefully we can make it 0-7 and cash one. All but one of the Jets' losses this year have been by double digits, except for that shootout against your boy Rippon. Remember that one?
I do.
Against the Broncos, Thursday nighter. Now, it's unclear if Darnold or Flacco is going to start this weekend, but does it really matter?
Right.
They only have one threat on offense. It's Jamison Crowder. Yes, he'll get his catches, but Buffalo's fierce defensive line will easily overwhelm the Jets' poor blocking. This is one that just feels way too easy. I think Flacco and Darnold are going to have a ton of turnovers dealing with that Buffalo defense. And if there was ever a get-right game for Josh Allen, does he need a get-right game? That kind of makes me nervous too, because it's like it just feels too easy.
Yeah, a confidence builder.
Yeah.
This is it.
But the Jets are the worst team I've ever seen.
100%.
I'm rolling with the Buffalo Bills and the Bills Mafia. Bills, minus the big number. Bills minus 12.5.
Straight cash, homie.
God damn, that's a lot of points.
Yeah, it is. So that's what we're going to do this week, baby. We're going to go, Dal and I are on the Packers.
Love
minus 3.5 together over the Texans. We're on the Chargers. Minus 7.5 over the Jaguars. And we're on the Seahawks minus 3.5 over the Cardinals. We're on those ones together. That is straight agreement.
I know. I can't even get 5 from you.
Straight cash, homie.
Dow also has the Patriots minus 1.5, and then the Panthers plus 7.5. I'm rolling with the Broncos at home in a snowy one against Pat Mahomes and the Lamborghinis. Broncos plus 9.5. I'm scared. And I'm rolling with Buffalo minus the big number. Bills minus 12.5. Should be a fun one this week, Dow.
Should be some good heaters.
There are your Week 7 heaters brought to you by DenverSportsBetting.com. All right, man. I think it's going to be a really good week.
You sweaty after that?
Did I miss sneakers? T-Buck in the chat. You didn't miss sneakers, bro. Don't worry. Sneakers are coming.
We got you.
No, actually, dude, it feels good in the studio.
It is nice and cool, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it kind of feels.
Dude, I think once
Feels good.
you and I kind of talked about it. There's something sketchy going on.
Something.
Here's why.
Tons of shit.
This bitch was hot the whole entire year that we had it. All of a sudden, the new lease is coming up. You know what? Let's get these guys. Let's get these guys entrenched. Let's get these guys to keep it. A quick flip of the switch. All of a sudden, it's cool in here. We're not sweating our balls off. My seat's not wet,
My seat's not wet.
and we have a great set of heaters this week.
We're already ready.
That's where we
already.
sit.
Oh, by the way, the DraftKings tournament is live. So if you got that, if you're on Patreon, you got the notification.
Get in there.
Yeah, go get in there. Are you in, Dal?
Not yet.
Just kidding. You haven't missed again, have you?
No.
After a couple weeks ago?
I've been in the basement, though, the last 2 weeks. Not good.
Got to get out of that. Huh?
But you know what? I like being in the basement versus being second and third, which is where I was the first, 3 weeks. It feels better because you're so close, but you still lost. But you're in the basement, nobody gives a fuck.
How's your fantasy? You doing all right?
Fantasy's good, man. I'm at least 500 or better in all 6 leagues.
Oh, that's good. I'm 1-4 in one league.
Oh.
Or wait, I was last week. I think I won one.
Dude, LA versus Denver?
I'm in some shitters.
I'm 6-0, baby.
Are you?
6-0, baby.
You bastard. All right, let's jump into sneakers and Supreme. Brought to you by Pure Spectrum CBD. PureSpectrumCBD.com. Use the code MUP. Save a little bit of money off your order. Any kind of the CBD. It's non-THC. They ship to all 50 states. You're not going to get high from it. There's no THC in it, which is the active ingredient in marijuana that gets you high. This is all CBD extract. It's the relaxation element, the pain management element of why people smoke weed. So this is what you get, just the goodness there. PureSpectrumCBD.com. Use the code MUP. Save yourself a little bit of cake. Supreme this morning, Dal. Did you go for anything on there?
No, I didn't.
I thought the Letterman jacket was pretty sick, but it was just too much money.
Yeah, that's.
I think that thing was dope.
I think that's what we're kind of seeing. You know what I mean? Is just like, if it's cool, then what's the price? And a lot of these things for me aren't aligning. So I guess I'll kind of pick up a couple pieces here. The watches. Let's take a look at the watch. Now, this doesn't do anything for me, right? Like look and feel, this is absolutely nothing that I would wear. I don't even wear my Apple Watch. You're a big Apple Watch guy. You know, why wear a watch when I have a smartwatch? When I have all this functionality and all these things that I'm used to, why would I go down to something like this, right? Well, if it's a timepiece, a Rolex, something that you can hold on to, something that actually gains value in the future, that would make sense. And this might be one of those, but this is so damn ugly and it's something that I just don't understand and I would never wear myself. I was completely out. But most importantly, did you see the retail price on that bitch?
Oh my gosh.
That's 14 racks, my friend.
I didn't see that, no.
That is 14K.
That looks like, dude, that looks like one of those like watches you got at one of those little iced out little fake jewelry places when you were 10.
It reminds me of a watch that you get on a cruise.
You know what it reminds me of?
Like those Invictas.
It reminds me of a watch that is inside those claw machines that's down in the sand, and the claw goes down and tries to pick it up. That's what it reminds me of.
Oh, yeah, Dave and Buster joints.
You're right, exactly.
Oh, man. Well, all right. Well, that's cool. So we were both out on that. Well, hey, I guess it's a great company. I didn't do a lot of research on Jacob & Co. That is the manufacturer of this watch. I hear they're great, and I think it's really what that company is known for, the little that I do know, because, again, I didn't research them. They're all about customization, you know, not having the same rigmarole like watch that you could buy anywhere. They're really about kind of customizing it towards their guests, towards their clientele, and what they want, and making their watch kind of come to life. That's what that company's really about. That's their motto. I think it's great that Supreme is collabing with yet some of these really high-end jewelry companies in this case. I like the idea of Supreme expanding and other companies joining. I think that's cool. But this watch, completely out. 1, I couldn't afford it. 2, I wouldn't afford it. Number 3, it's ugly as sin. And for anybody that was able to cop it, I hope you can make money.
My man Choner in the chat said FABOLOUS. You know that one?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it reminded him of.
Nice.
A little bit fabulous.
Gotcha. Outside of that, I mean, that was the real kind of eyesore, I would say, or the real kind of hyped item with Supreme. Some of the clothing, I don't really want to get into it, man. But yet again, Supreme falls flat for me and for what I like and for what I want. Because at this point, I'm not in the resale business. That's not what I do. I got too much other shit going on. For me, I'm just trying to buy stuff that I really like. And I stayed away from Supreme this morning. So we'll see what next week comes.
I'm with you.
You know what I mean?
I saw a couple. The Letterman jacket I was half interested in. Mm-hmm. And then the hoodie I was half interested in too, but not for 144 or whatever it was.
Right.
So, yeah.
Let me show that Letterman jacket real quick. It is pretty cool. I think it's worth showing. Let's show them out there.
Oh, that watch was Jacob & Co.? That's why it was 14 Gs. I didn't know that. Sorry.
Yeah, it was Jacob & Co.
I just saw that in the chat. Mia said, yeah, step to her like I knew her. Introduced her to Jacob the jeweler.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So, yeah, the Letterman jacket, that was cool. It's probably a little bit loud for me with just the We Trust and the 2020 on there. I don't want anything with 2020.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was out. But $500 almost. What was it? 450?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
448.
Not worth it to me, man. I'm sure it's great quality because we know how Supreme is. I'm sure it's just really tiny.
A little Leatherman.
Yeah, got him.
Oh, hilarious.
So, anywho. All right, man, let me show you. Here, I'm going to close this real quick here. Let me show you this new thing that I bought, and I forgot that I bought it. It's the new shoe case, man. Let me open this.
Oh, yeah,
bitch.
that is just like the Nike one.
Yeah,
It's like the
man.
orange, yeah.
So, yeah, this is the Jordan. Obviously, it's got the the cement pattern on there for you.
Just cement is fine.
Cement.
Yeah, it's got the cement print.
We're going to lament Dallas and Glory for using the word cement wrong.
Bars.
Bars. What do you think, man? Think
Whoa,
it's cool?
have you smelled this thing? Have you
No.
opened it up?
No, I just opened it up for you.
Oh.
You just opened it up.
Check it.
You undead stocked
give it
my
a,
shoe case.
Give it a smell.
Is this a Jordan 1?
No,
Jordan 1 smell?
No. That thing is. Wow.
No, it doesn't smell.
Oh, maybe it was just when I first opened it.
Yeah. I don't look, smell it now. Maybe I have COVID. I don't really smell it
Yeah,
now.
it's not that bad. It was so plasticky, right?
When you first opened it? Ah,
just
you-
hit you right in the face. I ruined it for you.
You got the plastic
sorry.
fart waff.
I'm sorry.
What do you think of it, man? I don't know. Let me put some shoes in it. I've never seen it. I've never had a shoe bag. Never wanted a shoe bag.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. I've never used the Nike one I have.
But
so
I like
So what do I think of it? I think they look cool. How much do you use it? Just depends. Maybe I didn't use it too. Your shoes fit a lot better than mine. Did they have sizes on that thing?
No.
Right.
I didn't see it.
That I think
that.
that's why I don't use the Nike one, because it's very hard. Like you have to do some extra to fit a pair of shoes. That looks like your shoes fit perfectly. See? Imagine getting a 12 in there.
I can't.
Right.
Go ahead and check that out with shoes in it. Feels good.
I see it, Dal.
You're good? I just want to sell you on it. You should get one.
Why do I need to get one of those? I have one that I just don't use. I just told you about.
Maybe this
about
one's
that.
bigger.
I just spent 2 minutes telling you.
This one might be bigger.
I asked you if it's sizes. You said no. It looks like the exact same size. And your shoes that are in there are a 10 and a half or a 10?
10 and a half.
A 10 and a half, and they go this far from the edge. Why would I buy one? Why would I want one? How would I use one?
Fair. Maybe take your lunch in it.
There you go. That what you want me to get it? That's why you want me to get it a lunchbox.
Hey, get a lunchbox. It's a nice lunchbox. But yeah, Jordan Brand back.
Oh, dude, I got to jump on IG Live real quick right now.
Oh, what happened?
Let me see. Well, I'm in this raffle for a pair of Dior's.
Oh, nice.
It was only 150 slots. And you know Kixology? You know her?
Heard,
She's
but never done anything.
Yeah, she's
I've never done a raffle of any sorts.
all right. I just need to keep my eye on the live. Yeah, but pair of Dior's. How ill would that be? If I want a pair of Dior's on the cast,
Fire.
that would be crazy, right?
Absolutely sick. Yeah, that'd be
She
real
said it was
tight.
on Twitter and IG, but I'm gonna look on IG. All right, so Sneaker Box.
All right, man.
Sneaker Box, the love below.
Open
These
those
ones.
bad boys, man. We're so what we're gonna look at here is the Bodega New Balance collab, The Better Days, and this is my first New Balance. Not that I've ever bought, but I think that I've bought in the last like 5 years, 10 years since I
Retail?
No, I had to pay resale on this. I paid $200
Oh,
plus
that's tight.
ship.
I like how the top comes off.
Yeah, it's like an actual box
Right.
top instead of a fold top.
Just attached.
But yeah, what I want you to look at, man, is this was a pair that you were looking at, and you still might get, but I'm really impressed with the materials on this, man. I really am. The thought behind it, the materials, I just think are awesome. Now, what I don't know is I haven't tried their absorb technology that they're known for. In no way is it like Boost, but it's kind of their squish, kind of hot material that New Balance is rolling with. I don't know how good it is. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm excited to try it.
Yeah, these are cool, man.
What do you think of the materials? Like, look
Really
at the
nice.
side panels, dog. Like, man, some of that shit is really nice, really buttery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the vibe of like some of these, whether it's like New Balance or Air Max, like some of these type of sneakers. You could just hype beast lace, throw them on with some shorts, look great. You got a color that pops on them.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
They look really good.
Really nice
Look
shoe.
good in
man.
person. They look big though.
Yeah,
Like
they do.
especially for this size. Can you imagine what they'd look like in my size?
This doesn't look like a size 10. This
No.
isn't 10 and a half.
This
This
looks
is
like
a 10.
Dog, this looks like my shoe.
It does.
This is like a 12.
Man, I haven't even tried them on yet. Here, let me see how they run.
Especially when I'm doing the spin. This is a 12 style.
Just undead stock in all shoes, all bags, all whatever.
Oh, you're putting them on?
Okay.
Yeah, switch the camera. Or you can go to the main camera. There you go. All right, Dal's putting on he's undead stocking them right here on the show. Testing out the technology for you guys. Testing it out, baby.
See what it's like.
Look pretty good. Pretty good on feet, huh? Against the New Balance Bodega.
They look big. They look big. They don't.
Better
run.
Days collab. Is this the Better Days?
Better days.
Better Days. How many were there? 3?
3.
Better Days, No Bad Days, and what? Good Days?
And I hate Mondays.
What is it?
I don't know. I forgot.
Oh, Jesus.
And I hate Mondays. I think that was the best collab.
I don't even get the joke. I'm sorry. I just don't get it.
I don't get it. I don't know. I was just tired. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just trying to see if I want some Dior's, but
Dude, they feel a little clunky.
Dude,
on feet. On
when
foot.
I was spinning them, I was like, wow, this feels not only heavy, but the shoe feels big. And that's what I was thinking about. In a 12? Woo.
Yeah, that might.
In a size 12?
They feel like some stompers for sure, but they definitely run true to size. I would not go half up. I would not go half down. True to size for sure. But man, there's some clunkers.
Are they?
And that back, that absorb, I can't feel shit. It feels like a normal hard midsole. I don't feel any cushion.
Right.
Just feels pretty normal standard. I love the way it looks. It looks good on foot. Does it look a little clunky to you? Maybe. A little clunky?
Come over. They look a little big, bro. Like, maybe that's just come over here. Let me just see you. They look big, dude. It looks like the shoe is like a size too big for you, but not in the way of, I guess, just what I'm used to seeing you in. Like the size of the shoe. They just look a little big, dude. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, they're
I'm not
clunky.
sure.
They're clunky.
Oh my gosh. I'm not sure. I had heaters on in the background.
Nice.
I'm not sure if I like those as much.
Right, seeing them on foot?
In person or on foot. Yeah, that might be like one of the few shoes that's like not as good on feet for me. I don't know. They just look big.
God, how big do you think Ted's probably look? Size 13?
Right. No shit. Oh yeah. I guess I didn't even notice that when he was pulling them out. 2 extra pairs of laces. You got the
super dope.
What are they? I'd stay with the ones they come with. These are like an olive green. I do like the bright green lace tips, but I'm not a fan of the olive.
Right.
Switch the camera. Sorry. So that's the olive there. Bright green lace tips, olive. On this shoe, I'd set off the hits on the back, but and then a purple.
How much are they going to see the back though?
Exactly.
The purple actually probably works better, but it's a little girly for me. So no Todd.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think that cream beige color is probably the play for me.
Gosh, these shoes look so good sitting there. But then after we talked about, how big they look, how heavy they are, and then we see them on feet.
Little clunker.
They do look big on feet, man. And that's something that I, already having a size 12, I'm kind of conscious of. The only shoe that I've been able to be okay with that looks like that is the Wave Runner.
That is a chunky shoe.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I guess it's not the Wave Runner. It's the 700, whatever the damn colorway I have is.
Oh, you have the Inertia.
Inertia.
The Inertia, yeah.
So those are the ones, like, other than that, it's hard for me to do a big shoe like that because it's, yeah.
It is big.
I don't know, bro.
And you know what's funny? Now that I'm thinking about it, I took it off. Like the left foot felt good in there, true to size, but I felt like I had a little room in the right.
Really?
So that's strange to me. And I've never have that.
And this is only a 10?
It's a 10. Not 10 and a half.
Wow,
it's a size
dude.
10, my friend.
I just can't imagine.
And I'm a hard 10, like, because I can go 10 and a half in a lot of shoes. Fuck, I go in most Adidas Ultra Boost, I go 10 and a half. Got to. But I'm a hard 10. And the fact that I have a little room, especially in one shoe, it's strange. So I might put the Hefe Lux in
You
there.
might have to go half down and a choff. I went a half size down on those and they fit perfect. And realistically, if you go a half down, it's going to obviously make the shoe smaller as well. So it's a win-win. Like, it's going to fit
That might
better.
be the play.
I think it is. And even me, I'm thinking about, could I do 11 and a half? Maybe. That might be. Interesting. Damn. But again, that's a lot of work on a shoe that you can't go in and try on. So you have no idea. You're doing all this work and then you just have to wait.
And you're paying
your thumb up your
resale.
ass
Yeah,
till you
you're not
get
getting
it.
retail on that.
You can't figure out what's really going on until you receive the shoe.
I think for me, since I already undead stocked it, I'm going to have to put a Hefe Lux insole in there and just rock it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll still be chunky. I can't get that extra half down and get less chunky.
I don't really know what's going on with the raffle. I thought this shit said 5 Eastern. It was supposed to go off the other day, and it didn't go off for some reason. I thought I missed it. And then I saw a story yesterday. I was like, oh, yeah, we'll do the raffle at 5 Eastern. It'll be on Thursday. Is it 5 Eastern? Thursday?
Well, 5 Eastern would be 3 o'clock. Yeah.
Who knows? I know. And I was like, oh, cool. I'll probably be done by the show. We're done with the show. I'll be able to watch the raffle, see, go see that I won my Dior's, collect them, be all excited.
Yeah.
Instead, we're still doing the show.
First problem with that is the stream went down.
We're still doing it.
You ready to see my spooky shoes?
I am ready.
I got another pair of spookies. Let's open these bad boys up,
Look at these, dude. We're Tara Kiger box. What other box is this?
Tara Kiger box. The Dunks.
Blazers.
The Dunks. They did the, remember the green and white pair? The off-white Dunks?
Oh, yeah.
That same pair. The Michigans and the UNLVs, all same on that.
Right. That's right.
Here's my spooky.
Wow.
Spooky seasons.
Look at the hose, bud.
Dude, I love these. I love these.
Spooky season is upon us.
Okay, let me give you a little backstory on these, in my opinion on them. So, number one, they shout, they scream Osiris, DVS, an old skate shoe silhouette. They just absolutely scream that to me, and that's why I love these, because I used to skate them shits. I used to skate those shoes. I used to rock with those companies. I used to love that, and I'm a big nostalgia guy. That's all I do. That's what this show is. It's a lot of nostalgia, and that's exactly what this shoe does for me, man. I love it. It reminds me of a great time. It reminds me of a time where I skated, where I was free in life. I didn't have any responsibilities, and just looking to get my next cigarette. Bumming my next cigarette from the homie. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what this shoe does for me. Now, getting back into spooky season. Look at that neon green. Are we talking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle slime here? Are we talking Nickelodeon slime? What are we talking? This could be nostalgic in any way. And I think it's just such a versatile mindfuck for me. And I love it in so many facets. This is a great shoe. What I will tell you, it's heavy. Is that a heavy shoe?
Oh, heavy as hell.
It's a heavy shoe, dude.
That makes it even more impressive. I just saw a dude skateboarding in these the other day, and I was like, when I picked these up first, I was like, oh, damn.
A little heavy.
Yeah, that gives even more cred to that fool. He's doing some sick-ass shit on a skateboard in these.
Especially any flip tricks.
Heavy bitches. Exactly.
It's a heavy shoe, man. So that's the only downfall that I can see on that shoe. But outside of that.
That's the only downfall you can see?
Oh, dude. I see no other downfalls. No other downfalls. This shoe is extreme. And look at the tongue.
I know.
You have a big-ass tongue. We love big tongues.
Look at that.
Dude.
Look at the padding on that bitch.
Tell me this shoe wouldn't look so fucking sick with some denim. I mean, with that tongue and that silhouette, sure, it's a little chunky, but that's what's in.
What'd you pay for these?
What did I pay for those? Let me look here.
Oh my gosh, we're so over time. It's not even funny. Well, we're an hour 51 on this stream. I don't even know what we were on the other stream.
I think we were like 20 to 25 minutes on that other one is what I think. So
whatever.
Let me
we haven't done
see
a 2.5-hour show for
what
a while,
I paid for that bad boy.
Deal with it, damn it.
Actually, what do you think I paid for that? I got a pretty damn good deal on this bitch.
I have no idea. I have no interest. I couldn't even tell you what these were going for. I couldn't even tell you retail.
Dude, I paid $298 was my total, and then shipping was $12, and then tax. $298.
That's a crazy.
That's a steal.
That's a crazy good deal. Yeah.
Off-white, baby.
What are these going for?
Probably not that much. Let's see.
It feels like mad cheap, but
that's a pretty good deal. But yeah, I don't think they're going for much here.
Are there a ton of pairs?
Yeah, I think there was a ton of pairs. Yeah, because right now in a size 10, $333. So I saved, $30-$40.
And they'll go up, obviously.
That ain't bad. Yeah.
It's not like they're going to stay down. Dude, speaking of...
But I'm going to rock these.
Did you ever see the off-white dunks going to where they are right now? 800, 900 dead stock? No. Those off-white with the spaghetti on them?
Oh, the Michigans and the green and whites.
Did you see those going to 800, 900? Like...
No, 6 months ago when you could have grabbed those 450 dead stock?
450, right.
Dude. It's just crazy, man. In a world where the stores aren't getting many pairs of anything cool, it's all online and everything's it seems like more exclusive. It just seems like more value out there, especially if you hold on to things for a little bit. It's interesting.
We were talking about that. Just like getting certain shoes and I want to wear that pair, but I can't justify it.
I know.
Because I have 3 pairs that have some similar colors or have some similarity. It makes zero sense for me to undead stock this pair just because I want to wear them. Because the gray's a little different, or they got a different, whatever. Oh, it's just hard, bro.
Right.
Very, very hard.
You got any quick takes on these? Not your style.
Yeah, not my style of shoe. Too heavy, too
heavy, too chunky.
but not terrible.
Do you like the way I laced it? Is that the play, you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like this. Yeah. Looks good.
A little loose.
Looks good. I mean, they're not terrible. I think I'd rock with them. What was the yellow one? And
yeah, it had that yellow one. I forget what
the
exclusive that was. And then the moon boot one, the silver and blue.
I think I like the yellow one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like this one's cool too, but I don't love them either way. I couldn't pay a ton of resale for them or whatever.
Right.
But I do love the fat tongue.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that. I do like the, there's some things I like about them.
Yeah.
But it doesn't like push me over the top.
Mm-hmm.
But at least, yeah, you got a good price on them.
Well, the upper is something that comes from the Nike P6000, which I'm not very familiar with that shoe. And that upper, like I said, is really nostalgic for me. So I'm gonna go look back at the Nike P6000 uppers and see if I can find one of those shoes, because I really like the upper for the nostalgia. So that was cool that I found that out. But outside of that, a dunk with an air pocket, sign me up.
Yeah,
I needed that.
Right.
So
right.
I love it, man.
There you go.
But that's what I got for sneakers today, man.
In the chat, 5 p.m. Pacific, TTF, 3 more hours. I guess I can't read. I guess it wasn't East Coast time. It was Pacific for the Dior raffle. So I'll be checking that out at 6 our time. Jeffrey Hernandez, same thing happened to me with my Jordan 11s. My left shoe is tight, right one isn't. That's weird. I don't have that issue with 11s at all.
Yeah, Jordan 11's pretty good for me.
That just speaks to everyone's feet are different. That's why it's hard. Like, when you can't take.
Yeah, some people's
what
legs,
people say.
one leg's taller than the other one by just like small margins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Tyler Buck, what did I pay for these? Too much.
I don't think that was bad, dude.
I like them, dude. And they're off-white. I mean, anything under $300. Now, of course, it wasn't with shipping and tax. It was over $300, but $290. I think it was. What did I say? $298 or $288? $298.
Yeah.
I think is what I said.
$298
for an off-white shoe. I don't care how ugly or great you think it is. I think that's a good investment. I really do at this point.
Yeah.
We've all seen what off-white continues to do. Get out of here.
Yep.
That's not too much, Tyler Buck. But I appreciate your comment, though.
No, he said he was you're in quotations, guy. That was you that said
Oh,
that.
did I say that?
I think so.
I don't even remember saying that.
No, you said, what did I pay for these?
And then I probably said, oh, probably too much.
I don't know if he's saying you paid too much or you said
I
you
say
paid
that?
too much. I'm not sure.
I don't think I said that. I could
I'm
have said
not
that.
sure. Maybe he said you paid too
I
much.
probably could have joked and been like, probably too much. And then I was looking it up.
Maybe,
I
but
said
maybe
it.
he did. Maybe he did.
Maybe he thinks regardless, Dow,
It's too much.
you're an idiot. You paid too much
Right.
for that ugly shoe.
Right.
Could have been that.
Well, I just paid $290 for. I just bought 2 pairs of Lucky Greens. We
Oh,
should
did you?
Yeah, we'll have them next week for sure. We'll be able to look at them on the cast. But I heard the leather is just stupid.
That's what I
Like,
heard. I haven't seen
stupid
them.
fire. Yeah, I'm excited to see them in hand.
The question
Plus, I think
is-
they're going to be a sitter for a while.
What sizes?
11 and a half and 12.
Dude, great sizes.
Yeah.
Great sizes.
That's the only, yeah, obviously they don't fit me. They're women's, 11 and a half and 12.
That 11.5 would be Dow's size in men's.
So, yeah, but
I don't need them.
I paid resale. You could just go pay resale right now if you want them. I mean,
Yeah, I don't want
they're
them.
for me, I bought them. Obviously, they don't fit. I bought them as a strictly an investment.
Yeah.
Just because all the clamoring I'm hearing about the leather, I could see these going crazy. Women don't get a lot of love. Women have been starting to get love this year.
They've been getting great love.
And now we get a women's pair with crazy leather.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's on par with Shattered. I don't know where we are with that yet. You know that whole argument. You know how that always goes.
Oh, yeah.
down. But that's why I bought them. I want to check out the leather. And if this does become a legendary pair with incredible leather, I'll have 2 pairs sitting on there. And hopefully we can make some nice coin.
Nice.
So that's what we're looking at. I had some goat credit chilling. And I was like, you know what?
Investment decisions.
Let me just, yeah, exactly.
I like it.
Let me just get on these real quick. And worst case scenario, if this just becomes a whatever Jordan 1, it'll be worth $350 at least.
At least.
$400, because that's what whatever Jordan 1s do these days.
Still get some pennies
Yeah,
back.
so getting them for $290, I'm fine. So yeah, that's what I got coming. You bought any other shoes off like Goat, or you?
I have, in fact. I've got another pair of Unions coming.
What?
I got the Union Zoom joints coming in the guava colorway. So I got an incredible deal on those too, dude.
Union Zoom joints. What are you talking about?
Dude, let me pull them up for you. I got those under $300 as well. So I think like all these hyped, not shoes, because I wouldn't say the Zoom is hyped up near as much as the 4. Let's be honest here. But anything with the hype Off-White or the hype Union, like if you get a good price.
The Guava one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Guava Zoom.
Yeah, I would only buy. I don't know, man. I only like those colors on that 4.
Yeah.
That Zoom. I guess maybe I don't really love the shoe too much either. But what? You said you're buying a bunch of Union shit.
I am, dude. I am. I'm. You know, as you saw, the Off-White, or excuse me, the Unions, Off Noir is what I meant to say because they're black. Those have really dipped in price, and I think obviously, you know, that was done by Union, and then obviously they had the sneakers, and then some of the boutiques got them. Whereas the Guava pair was just the Union exclusive. So that Off Noir pair, kind of, dude, I saw it dip under 800 in the last 24 hours. So I was like, well, if I can get this anywhere in the 7s, I think that's a great investment. It's the easier one to wear. In my opinion, it is the better, cooler one to wear. It's not the exclusive like the Guava. But dude, if you can get that under $800 in the 7 anywhere, I think that's a great option to buy and hold. At least, 6 months. If you held on to that for a year, I bet you wouldn't quite double your money, but I'd bet you'd be somewhere $1,400-1,500. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. So I'm gonna buy, and I like this Union collection. That's why I bought this one. It was under $300, so I might keep this as personal. There's a lot of interesting things I like about the silhouette. That air pocket being in the forefront, I'm interested in that. And obviously the Zoom technology is great. There's no doubt about that. So it's going to be a comfortable basketball-ish, but it doesn't look like a basketball shoe to me. It looks performance-driven, but it doesn't look like a
It's like
Nike.
one of those Spizikes, like one of those monster mashes of a bunch of different shoes.
Hey, I'm still buying Halloween shoes, I guess.
Not from the colorway, but it looks like a mashup. This looks, you know what I'm talking about?
It
like
does,
one of those,
yeah.
Oh, we took the toe box from the 6s, and we took the side panel from the, like that little.
Because the toe box looks like a Jordan 7.
7.
You see the 7s
6,
in there?
7, whatever.
Oh, the ridge on the side looks like a 7.
That's from the 6 or 7 on the back panel.
The tongue looks like a tongue from the 3.
Exactly. This is a monster mash.
This is a monster mash.
It's a mashup.
I'm excited to have the monster
We're doing mashups on the show multiple ways.
You're welcome.
All the mashups.
So yeah, man, keep an eye out for that Off Noir Union 4. That is dipping, depending on size. I saw that thing dip under 800.
When you were telling me before the show, you're buying all the Union shit.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I think it's a great collab. What I mean by that is,
what do you mean all the Union shit? What does that mean? When you said that to me, I was thinking, wait, you're going back and buying the Jordan 1 Unions, you're buying the Jordan 4 Unions, I'm buying all the Unions.
this last drop.
Okay.
I'm buying all the shoes from this last Union
crazy
drop.
excited. I was like, wow, you about to sell a bunch of the collection and clear out a bunch of space and clear out that money and bring in Unions for a section?
It's not
that
a
would
bad
be
idea.
it. No, I was like, oh, that'd be, if you had both sets of Union 1s up top, both sets of Union 4s below it, dude, and you just had a whole Union fucking, I was with it. I was getting excited. And then when we start talking about on the cast, I'm finding out that's not what's going on.
Mm-hmm. No, I just think from this collection, and why I say that is because look at these shattered backboard 3.0s. The ugliest shoe. Everybody hated the KY jelly joints. Nobody thought they were cool. Everybody thought, oh, dude, these shoes. But it's that ugly, it's kind of that ugly sibling, that ugly stepchild in the family. Everybody's like, oh, no, I'll stay away from that. But then it grows in popularity because it's so ugly, and people are like, oh, my God, I got to have this. Have you seen what shattered backboard 3.0s are pulling in now? Dead stock?
5. Yeah.
450-ish, 500, depending on sizing. This Union collab reminds me of the same thing, right? It was the people didn't like the tongues, and they were like, "Oh, dude, I'm staying clear away from that. That's not for me." All the influencers, you saw them, Kai shit on it, everybody shit on it. So take that, take the colorway. The Guava's hard to wear, just like the glossy shattered backboard 3.0. It's too much. It's a little much, right? And I think the Unions, not only because they have the Union backing and the Union name and the collab on there, very sought after, but the way they looked, it was like, ooh, we all hated it first. And now that popularity is just growing traction. It's going to continue to grow traction. People are going to be like, God damn, we're going to have the same conversation we just had with the Off-White Dunks. Damn, bro. You know what, man? If I could have bought those 6 months ago, man, for under $800, dude, what the fuck were we thinking? This is going to be the same thing. These are going to be money makers. The 4s, Not necessarily the Zoom joints or anything. I just kind of wanted the whole collection, because if I'm getting these other two under $300, I'm like, fuck.
What are the other ones? I don't even know.
I'm here for collections. Well, I showed you the Zoom.
Zoom 92, the 4s, and then what else?
What is the other one here?
You're laughing.
I don't even know what it is.
You're laughing, and you're going to pay money. You paid over almost $300. You paid $300 for that other shoe. That's a Monster Mash. Now, people are telling me, and people hitting me up, being like, "You got to stop this guy.
No,
this guy's madness. What is he buying? Is he just buying stuff for the show? You've got to stop him from buying all this crap." I'm serious. People are hitting me up.
People are DMing
me.
Why don't they DM me?
I don't. They don't have the heart to tell you. I don't know, but now I'm getting flamed, and I just had to bring it up on the show so people know I put it out there for you. I can't stop. This guy does what he wants to do.
All right, check these out. This was the other one. The Delta Mid off Noir.
That's right. I remember that thing. The Delta.
It looks like a Westbrook.
Wow.
To me.
You're spending $300 on these pairs, huh?
Yeah, I mean, dude,
you spent $300 on that bottom pair, and now you're going, what's the top going to cost you?
Yeah, I don't know why people are like. I mean, I get why people are concerned, and that's cool. DM me, I'm cool. Give me some shots on the DMs. That's fine. But dude, this is Union. I mean, there'll be value. Now, how much? For me, it's really kind of completing a collection. Like, what if I sold the whole? What if I just sold the whole collection to one buyer? Like, there could be value in that. You could split hairs any different way you wanted to do, but I think it's cool to have a whole collection. And like I said, with the Union branding, even if it is a Delta Mid, there'll be value. I don't know how much value.
Looks like a Delta Bravo. I mean,
that's a Delta Stay Away.
Yeah, that's just like it's kind of like a douche. Oh, he's Delta Bravo. You never heard of that?
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, Marco, those are hideous. LMAO, Dal just buying random shit. Marco, the Black Unions are going for under 700 and a 12. I need to jump on that.
Dude, you got to jump on that.
Did you buy the Noirs already?
No, I'm getting ready.
You're getting ready.
They keep jumping close to that under 800. I haven't seen it yet in my size, but I've seen it in certain sizes go under that 800.
Really?
And as soon as it goes to I feel like 780 would be perfect for me. Buying a 10, which is a very, very kind of neutral, important middle of the pack's shoe size.
There's 708. What are you talking about? Under 7. Philly Mare. Sorry, he just told me they were under 7 and a 12.
Oh.
Union Force for going under 7 and a 12. Maybe someone just bought the pair. Gotcha. I'm seeing 708. That's not under 7.
That's still a good price.
I know, I'm just
holy shit, that's still a great price.
I'm just messing with Philly Mare. Gosh, what do I got in GOAT credit left? 513. Sitting in the credit.
That's not much out of your pocket, dog.
I know.
I'm just saying. And sit
on
on that
credit.
Sit on that shoe.
Right.
Man. Seems like a easy thing to do. Not a nail biter. Nail biter is Dallas buying all the shoes for content for the show.
John King said, for the record, Dow, I didn't DM TTF about you.
Okay, good.
No, it wasn't him, bro. No, it was other people.
John King's taking care of us. He keeps telling me to get my PP checked, and he donated not once but twice today. So we appreciate you, John King.
Yeah. Oh, he donated again?
Twice.
Let's see, where's my super chats?
Yeah, you should go back in there. It's pretty funny.
Where's my super chats? Oh, we missed oh yeah. John King, my bad, bro. I don't normally donate twice, but Dow, man, get your PP checked by another doctor. I'd suggest looking up a woman doctor this time. Whoa.
You know what? Great advice.
John King. All right, Dow.
You want me to shoot it?
Yeah, knock it down here. Let's not stop messing around. Both 0 for 2 on the day.
Look at Marco. Dow months ago. I got to be picky with what I buy. Dow now. I got 2 jobs. I'm buying everything.
Marco! Get him.
I'm buying everything.
Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, and
man, I'm heavy.
Wow.
I'm heavy like the Delta Mids. Heavy like them Delta Mids, man.
Sorry, bro. Sorry on the shot. How funny. Funny stuff. What a funny show today. We did have some underrated news, but we already went way too late.
Yeah, no shit.
We flew off the handle and all this stuff. So
fuck these streams.
I think that's where we'll leave it for the day. Thank you to everyone that came through in the chat today, man. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for all the donations to the show. Again, thank you to the patrons, man. Appreciate you guys for continuing to hold us down as you normally do. Anything else, Dow, before we get out of here?
Nah, man.
Cool.
I think we're G to G. I'm going to get my PP checked.
Hopefully we can go 10-0 on heaters.
Oh, yeah.
This week. And well, I guess it wouldn't be 10-0 because we got 3 of the same picks. But you know what I'm saying.
I'm still feeling pretty good about him.
I'm feeling good too.
I like him.
I think we're gonna be
Cash, homie.
making some money on heaters this week. Go Broncos!
Yeah.
Get that dub against the AFC West rivals, man. The Super Bowl champs. Hopefully Lev Bell don't even suit up.
Yeah.
You don't need him.
I'd rather him set up than Gus Edwards-Hilaire. Shit. that
Gus
guy's
Edwards-Hilaire.
killing. Isn't that his name?
That's crazy. You just put the Baltimore running back and then just added Hilaire.
Is it? Now I can't. Shit, you got me all messed up now. I got you messed up.
No, you don't have me messed up. I'm not ever messed up. There's nothing messed up. I'm not messed up. Do I look messed up?
Am I messed up?
Yeah, you're really messed up. You called him Gus Edwards-Hilaire.
That's right. What is it?
And it's not even Hilaire, by the way. It's Hilaire.
Hilaire.
It's
Like
Clyde Edwards-Hilaire.
Oh.
It's Clyde Edwards-Hilaire. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. Okay?
Okay.
I'll get the pronunciations going for everyone.
I can only follow so much. There's too much going on.
Gus Edwards-Hilaire. So that might be one of the best ones ever. Dude, you are all about the mashups. You are the monster mash.
It's a hybrid. I'm like Lincoln Park hybrid theory over here. That's what I do.
This is so good. This is
not
so
good.
What a great way to end the show. Gus Edwards-Hilaire.
We're not cutting this up.
I'm chopping this up.
I know.
This is going up later today.
Jeez.
Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning into the show. Thank you for dealing with our technical difficulties. And in the meantime, in between time, you get yours.